Welcome to Retro Sports Gamer Channel. I'm Tim Kittro from NBA Jam and Mutant Football League, NFL Blitz, and a few other games. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom! Let's go!
Hey, who's won more Heismans, Oklahoma or Alabama?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Told you. You don't need that thing.
Hey, how many consecutive Heismans has Oklahoma won?
2.
2.
Told you I was faster.
Hey, how many national championships has Alabama won?
17.
17.
Come on, guys. Is that all you got?
Hey, turn off the bathroom lights.
Turning off bathroom lights. Sorry, they're already off.
I'm faster.
Hey, start my Rogue.
Starting Nissan Rogue.
Uh-oh.
Is he mad?
Tecmo Super Bowl fans, it's Trojan 1979. Thanks for joining us here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. We got a fun one this week. Welcome to week 4. Borenzo White. The red stats of Bo, the blue stats of Zoe. And welcoming into the booth, fan favorite Sammy Smith 33. How's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Good to be back doing some announcing. Let's see what these games entail and what we'll find out about our friend Borenzo here and his running abilities, and see if he can be in a benzo like MC Ren.
I have no idea what that means. I'll just take your word for it, I guess.
Rolling in a benzo. Little NWA.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Down it back for me a little bit. I think I started with all of that about Snoop Dogg time and Dr. Dre kind of on their own there. Anyway, back to this white people talking about rap. This is great. Speaking of white people, Borenzo White has the milky white complexion of Michael Jackson, and he has cloned Borenzo White to be the running back 1 on every single team. So all of the RB1s have been replaced. So you're going to see some matchups that are a little crazy this week. Pittsburgh Steelers and Miami Dolphins. Let's switch it over. I'm Trojan up here. Oh, we lost you somehow. Let's do this. Oh, boom. There you are. Oh, he's back. He's back. It's my bad. By the way, hopefully you like how we sound. Made some adjustments again this week. Apologize for the echo last week. I think we have that fixed. So, Pittsburgh Steelers, Miami Dolphins. So, no Sammy Smith 33 for the Dolphins. Is your heart broken?
Oh, beyond broken. He's probably top 5 in the game, running back. So to lose him just hurts me totally. I really thought he was going to get the Dolphins a Super Bowl with Marino. As much as that sounds crazy, but he let my hopes up. Cocaine and fumbles.
Well, Thule and Randy Weggs, 2 top-notch players. Randy Weggs, of course, the defending champion of our tournament back in 2019. And Thule, a fellow tournament organizer of the Kumite, and here comes Stone. 30.
Holy cow. Slide the family Stone.
Tunchilkin getting him done here. The right tackle with all that speed. Oh, he puts it on the ground. Recovered by the Dolphins, Jarvis Williams.
Embarrassed Jarvis.
I mean, it wasn't even Borenzo handling it. They're just an instant fumble. So Thule already, I guess he bit off a little more than he could chew there on that return, puts it on the ground, the rare fumble by the Steelers. And let's see how Lorenzo gets used. And Farrell Edmonds with the reception, breaks a tackle, taken down, first down.
It could be the Corona factor. Fumbles just spread like Corona right now. You know, you get too close, it just comes to everybody.
I like the strategy. And the thought, cross field to Jensen out of bounds.
Ooh, there he is.
Hit that tight end position at the bottom on pass 1, first down for Randy Weggs.
Marino using that speed.
Here comes Borenzo White.
Here we go. First sighting. Oh.
So just to clarify, the blue stats of Lorenzo White, which is what Borenzo White has retained, include that paltry 19 ball control. So it's about a 1 in 7 chance to fumble if you get tackled in bounds. 3rd down and 4.
That's one thing. White was pretty good, but the fumble factor is terrible. I think I fumbled 3 times against Retro Sports Tom when we played against Bears Oilers.
Oh,
But there
Borenzo
you
White
go.
with the move. House call.
Woo!
Thought he was going to go out of bounds, and Randy Wags does him dirty. Borenzo White. Hee, touchdown.
Think how many Super Bowls Marino would have had if he had Borenzo. Maybe 3 or 4, easy.
7-0 your score. But what if every other team had Borenzo?
Then the Niners have like 12 straight.
Oilers with Borenzo White are pretty scary too. Here comes Stone.
Oh, or the Eagles would be interesting.
Yeah, they already got a guy that fumbles anyway. Might as well give him an upgrade.
Yeah, speed fumbler. Oh, and he went to Borenzo. See if he can get out.
Bounces it to the outside, 5 yards.
I want to see Bobby have a big game. Let's see some gunslinging.
Tooley moving around. He's open.
Oh,
He's in the open
wow.
40. Across the
Look at that
50.
speedy- Oh my gosh, the Steelers become so much more dangerous with a running back like this. I mean, they got a great defense already, and then you're putting a little extra weapon with the speed of that. I think you move them up a couple tiers.
Well, the safeties aren't super fast for Miami. They're serviceable by all means, but it's going to be hard to keep up with Borenzo.
I actually watched a thing on the 89 draft how the Dolphins moved up with a trade with the Bears to get Louis Oliver. Shula really wanted him out of Florida. So that was kind of an interesting thing since we're watching this game here.
Well, tomorrow, I guess, or 2 days from now, we'll see the NFL draft from the date that we're recording this. Interested to see how they do it over the internets.
Yeah, I was supposed to actually go to that, and with Corona, ended up getting my flight canceled and all that. So, thanks, Corona.
You're welcome. 7-0. Randy Wags over Tooley here, who is driving in the second quarter. Condition checking time.
Yeah, this is a big score for Tooley. Wags is pretty consistent when he plays. I've played him a couple of times, and every time he's just consistent, and you can get a stop. It's pretty tough to do, so you got to try to keep up with him when he plays.
Goes back with Brister, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, you got to go Brister. Straight gunslinging. He was part of the quarterback club.
Brister doing with his legs on pass, too, and taken out of bounds, 1st down.
I mean, who names their kid Bubby?
I'm sure it's short for something or a nickname. If you know what his actual real name is, if it's actually Bubba, his parents probably... they're probably the same people that do a bunch of last names for first names that Joe Pasta hates. 2nd down and 1.
Then we're going to see Borenzo score.
Pass 4 is the call.
Is he going to run with the Bubs?
Oh, he squeezes it in. Tim Worley with the tutty.
That's why you gunsling with Brister. Strom's for Hail Marys. Brister's for nice drives like that. Good job, Tooley.
Extra point is away, and it's good. 7-7. Tie game in the Borenzo Bowl. Every game is a Borenzo Bowl.
It's nice to eat a nice piece of Borenzo with rice. Here we go, Page. Ooh, no tackles broke.
And just to reiterate to the fans, we left the matchup calling open to the players to decide how they wanted to do this. We didn't lock them in with anything specific. So it's the first week where it's been an open play calling session. Out of bounds with Borenzo White. 1st down. Nice run by Randy Wags.
You think Wags likes Borenzo?
A little bit. Here's pass 1. He had a 1st down last time he called this. This time he rushed the throw, and Jensen's out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Jensen's got to run a straight route there. Marino's going to throw it to where you're supposed to be. So, he's got that kind of skill. Oh, super duper.
Another completion and a 1st down for Randy Wags. Does get tackled in bounds. Want to be careful about that. 1st and 10. Time's ticking away here in the second. 2:39 Tecmo time. from the
Also
46.
Also part of the cocaine club. Oh,
How about that Last Dance cocaine carnival they were talking about?
I think that's pretty much every team. I don't know if the Bulls were just isolated on that. I read that big encyclopedia by Bill Simmons of basketball, and there are many guys who are nicknamed after their cocaine moves.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't think they were the only team.
Man, the 80s.
The Big Book of Basketball, it's called. If you get a chance to read it, it's great. He's a little Celtics heavy, but overall, it's a great book.
Well, it's crossfield to Jensen. He is covered.
Ooh.
Incomplete 4th down and 13. Decision time for Randy Wags. Good defense so far by Thule.
And the cornerbacks for Pittsburgh, I mean, they're pretty good against Marino. You got Woodruff, Lake, and Woodson, so they can kind of handle their own.
And we got a call play. Marino's running out of time here. He's going to throw it into Page, and it's intercepted by Woodson. The Goats got it, and out past the
nice
45.
play.
First down for Thule. Good opportunity here for him.
I think Wags went away from the run. I don't know why. He should have stuck with it. He was killing. I think that would have helped him. I mean, he's been using Borenzo real nice. And I like Thule's use of Brister. It's making me really excited over here.
We got the pitch run 3 after the completion to Borenzo. Here comes White on the run.
Oh, Borenzo had broke a power move. What's his hit power in this?
I believe it is 31 or 30. Whatever Bose is. I think it's 31.
Oh, he popcorned that guy.
I think there was a blocker on him and popped him off.
Oh, was it? I didn't see.
Yeah. Got blended in by the other jerseys. But here comes Brister. Wants underneath. He's got
Look
Worley.
at that sling.
And 8
Worley
seconds
was
remaining
another
here.
guy
Probably
who
a
was
field goal
supposed to be,
attempt here.
Supposed to be a stud, but ended up fading out. He was supposed to be like that big back. Oh, here we go.
Should be a good kick. It's straight through. 10-7 on the foot of Gary Anderson, Mr. Perfect until the playoffs for the Vikings.
This tells you that Vikings tradition's cursed. All the players.
Sorry, Viking Mo. We know you're a big Vikings fan, but 10-7 as we go into halftime. So we've seen both players leverage Borenzo White, and obviously it's opened up the offense for both teams. What have you seen? I guess what are the observations from the first half from you?
I think Thule's using the pass a little bit better. I think Brister's taking advantage of those slower corners from Miami, and he's getting them in spots where the D-backs are diving, and he's keep moving the ball. And I think Wags is picking run plays, and Thule's taking advantage of that. And I think Wags needs to stick with the run, and I think Thule's calling more pass plays.
Someone's an excellent. Was that
that
Borenzo an excellent?
It's so fast. I don't know how these guys even read it. I'm like so slow in doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I try to move it along, but I try not to sit on.
White is an excellent, because everyone else is in bad.
That's going to put him, I want to say at 88 maximum speed, maybe.
Jeez, that's fast. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Holy shnikes. What is happening?
He might go to the house. Look at how
Look
fast
at that shit! To the 48. Do you love custom Tecmo? Because I love custom Tecmo.
Oh, man. That is hilarious. That's crazy how fast he was. Oh, yeah. I think you might have to call all run now until he changes.
You think?
It's going to be tough to stop that.
Here's the weak side open. You're gonna have to go rely on your drones, and see the thing is he's not getting them in the field of play. Oh, there he did. You're hoping that he gets greedy and he puts it on the ground, forgets that he's got 19 ball control. Well, now it's a little bit higher at I think 31. But here comes White to the house. So Borenzo White just going off here in the second half. Touchdown, Randy Wags.
I mean, I think Thule has to be Woodson or Lloyd every time to just try to get in front of them and hope your drones catch up, because that's just ridiculous. Hopefully, Thule has Borenzo and excellent too. That'd be interesting.
Oh my gosh! The ROM could not contain that much awesome.
Hopefully he checks it. He'll be great.
Watch chat just get lit up here.
Well, let's see if Sly and the Family Stone can do some damage.
God, I love your nicknames for these players.
Let's go. Oh, he's still wiggling. Look at this. Oh, that's danger of fumbling when you're playing around that long. Oh, let's see. Come on. That would be great.
Isn't good.
Oh, he's in good. So this will be great.
You bet. This is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. So what's good move him up to? If 88's excellent.
Well, so that would be 81, I believe.
81. All right, cool. Still, that's fast.
Yeah, that's Jerry Rice fast. Plus, you have the additional rushing power, running speed. So the change of direction is what's killing Thule on defense right now. Is that Borenzo's able to move around and it resets the speed of Thule's defenders.
He got him. He got Woodson on that last run to the house.
I mean, there's not a faster defender on the field right now. So
can Wags out tap Thule?
I'm not. I think so. I think Wags might be. I don't have a database of this. I just remember the guys that I would always struggle against, or would be kind of a 50-50 split. And neither of those guys is one of them. So Strom passed the marker.
Ooh. I don't like this move of taking out Brister. It's hurting my feelings. Here we go. He's got him out again. See, I think this hurts him because Strom's a little bit slower, but he still gets it off.
So Green with the reception and a first down, 54 seconds of Tecmo time in the third. I think if you're Thule, you want to score here pretty quickly.
Yeah, and geez, hopefully Lorenzo, for Thule's sake, moves out of excellent. If not, I think he's going to be in trouble.
Oh, Worley moved off the spot.
Go to Brister. There you go. See, I told you. I knew it. You do not leave a gunslinger on the bench. And if you're doing those kind of drives, you got to go Brister. If you're going deep, Strom.
That's shades of like Jay Schrader telling Doug Williams to not come on the field.
Oh, for sure. Brister's a quarterback clubber. Strom, he's.
I had a starting lineup at one point as a child. I might have it still somewhere. Along with my Philip Epps and Cornelius Bennett. Oh, Borenzo White off to the races. Wow.
Look at this speed.
Unbelievable to the 11 and out of bounds. Like he just exploded out of the pack. First down and 10 for Thule, fourth quarter. He's in good yet. Lips isn't good. Bell's in good.
Once Oliver got change of direction and slowed down, man.
It's the night.
Lorenzo was rolling in his benzo to the hizzo.
H to the Izzo, B to the Izzy.
Lorenzo's going to be running for touchdowns in this Izzy.
Oh, he called the play action.
We used to call John Orfordall Orphan because he'd get like 100 sacks when we used to play.
This kind of reminds me of morphine. Oh, he gets the covered catch to Lips on the burner. Third down and 8.
You think Strom can do that? No. That's all Brister. Good job, Thule. All right, let's.
What's the burner? He's got him down below Richard Bell. I can't believe that.
Ooh,
wow. There's a vapor trail on that. Touchdown.
School's out.
It's been out. It's going to stay out. Wisconsin, we are done.
Yes, we are. Enjoy your summer. Enjoy it if you can go to a beach or. Oh no! Did he do this on purpose? Maybe?
I think there's a very good chance that he did. I think he wants to shorten up how much time. I think he's assuming he's going to give up a score minus a turnover, possibly.
Gosh.
If he gets one first down and he holds him to like a field goal, I think he feels pretty good about the return game and his ability to maybe get in field goal range.
Yeah. So,
Mark Logan, an excellent. Wow, embarrassment of riches here for Randy Wags.
This is great.
This is almost as good as if Sammy Smith were an excellent.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you just don't stop feeding Sammy when he's an excellent. You just keep pounding it.
Well, and then his hitting power starts getting pretty ridiculous then too.
Yeah, because I think his is 63 regular.
So he'd be up to 75 in excellence, so he can knock a few people down.
Oh, yeah. He claims to have taught Deion Sanders how to run. Oh, he's gone.
Oh,
He's
Walker,
gone.
goodbye. You are the weakest link.
Wow.
Lorenzo White with his third touchdown of the game for Randy Wags, and this is entertaining.
It is. I think Wags should sponsor Borenzo. He's probably put the best display on so far of how good this Borenzo guy is. And especially when he had him in excellent and he was running like a horse.
Unbelievable.
Well, let's see if Thule can do it with Brister, waste some time and score with little time left. But the way he's running with Borenzo, he could do a one run to the house.
From the bottom hash mark, Thule having to respond here. Run 3 is called. Just get out of bounds there. You've got no ball control. Second down, 13.
Yeah. Well, I think you just keep going with Brister. He has been terrible against Brister, and he's calling a lot of runs. There
Worley,
it is. Look at that. Oh!
just short of the marker there, 3rd and 1. Is there like a monster in your basement?
Yes.
Okay. Mystery solved. Well, look at him go like a shotgun. It reminds me of Top Gun when they fire those jets off with a catapult. It just right through the middle, man. You get the guys with the sticks and shit.
Yep.
Little Kenny Loggins in the background.
Ah, beautiful. Nothing wrong with a little Loggins. Even Messina.
Love.
Loggins and Messina rocked it. Here we go. See, this is the danger with Brister.
Oh,
whoa.
See, he throws it so hard he actually knocked his fingers off.
Dude, I think he broke some legs, too. I think he had the guy in the middle. I think Brister throws it fast enough where you might get a dive there.
Cause of injury, coronavirus. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I think the Steelers found the cure after that first play.
Jarvis Williams on defense. Really the play action here. Borenzo.
Why would you go Jarvis?
Oh, he's going to go Borenzo White. Does he have him? Oh, he ran out of the back of the end zone. 4th and 10.
4th and 10. Ugh.
I think you have to put Strom in here just so you have the possibility of a JJ.
Yep. Man, if he would have threw that maybe a second earlier when you're still running, maybe you see a Borenzo jump.
I'm just wondering if this is a decoy.
JJ power now.
Is he going to risk going with the run 3 here?
I hope not.
Oh, he does.
Oh, he did it, and he got it.
And he gets the bump. It's going to be a house call. 30. 20. And touchdown after wasting some time for Thule. So he put in Strom as some bait to call a pass, thinking that maybe he wants to go for that JJ route.
Thule, very clever.
It's 24-21.
What a great game.
Wow.
Borenzo to the highest. Oh, man, I don't even know. Do you put Mitchell in? Or do you try to run a Borenzo one time?
I think you can run Borenzo once.
Try one Borenzo. Go Mitchell, and then you got to do one Borenzo run just to see if he can house it.
You've got Logan, right? Or which, was it Stratford? Which one of these guys was still in excellent?
Oh, Logan. Logan was
okay.
excellent.
So you could run it with Logan even.
Yeah, because he's up
The
there.
The alternative is that you want to give yourself 2 chances in case they call a play on the pass, so you could try that too.
Oh, boy, this will be interesting. Ooh.
Here we go. Top hash mark.
Oh, I think he's going to run Logan here. No, he's throwing it up.
This has been the last play of the game.
Here we go, Scotty.
Wants Borenzo White. He's got 44 receptions, up to 56 right now. Oh my goodness, he could not get there. Are you shitting me? 24-21, Thule over Randy Wags. Look at the stat sheet.
Oh, beautiful.
218. I mean, they have over, if I'm doing my math right, over 400 yards rushing between the two teams here. That's amazing.
Yep. That's beautiful. What a great game.
Borenzo White MVP?
Oh, on both teams, yeah. I would have gave it to Brister if he would have scored on that last drive. I think he was the X factor in this game, but he ended up coming up short. So, Borenzo, I wonder what his JJ power was. Man, that
well,
looked
he was
pretty
up
good.
to, if he was still an excellent, he would have been up to 56 receptions because 44 for Zoe in the blue stats in average. So that's up 44 up to 50 and then up to 56. Game one, this has been fun already, and we have a lot more for you. So, Sammy Smith, thanks for calling this one.
Oh, for sure.
Julie getting it done over Randy Wags, 24-21. Stay tuned. We got another game for you coming soon. The failure continues. Trojan 1979, week 4, Borenzo White with Fast Ed. How you doing?
Fast Ed here from Detroit, Rock City. Looking forward to this week, man. This is Borenzo White week. Yes, great running backs. This is gonna be.
So Borenzo White, of course, is the hybrid creation, three-way creation of Michael Jackson, Bo Jackson, and Lorenzo White. So we have the milky white color skin of Michael Jackson in the 90s. We have all of the red stats from Bo Jackson, all the blue stats from Lorenzo White, and he has been cloned to every single team's RB1 position. We saw a great game just a moment ago, but we're looking at two fantastic players in Green Magic and Tim Poppy. Green Magic, known for his NBA Jam domination. And then, of course, Tim Poppy, the reigning defending Full Nelson 2 champion from Green Bay's hardcore tournament. So, let's get into it. Got a very odd matchup here in Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Something you wouldn't normally see, but this dynamic may change things.
Now, Green Magic is, I think, going to need a little magic, a little NBA Jam magic here because Pittsburgh now gets that running back that they need. They're going to get Bo Jackson, or Borenzo White, excuse me. The Browns already had a decent running game, and their defense is far inferior to Pittsburgh. So, really, this is going to be an interesting game. Cleveland may have to utilize a lot of their quarterback running ability to make sure they score on every single drive. And be careful with that ball control. Borenzo White has no ball control.
Bouncing around here, picked up Borenzo White on the onside opening.
Oh, no,
wow.
the one guy, you don't... Oh, he went... Oh, the one guy...
Here he goes, zigging, zagging. He may be going all the way to the house. 20,
what a start.
15, 10, and that's a house call for Tim Poppy to start the game. So...
Brutal.
Unbelievable. Borenzo White strikes already. I was just going to say before with the Browns, they're giving up Kevin Mack. They're still going to have Eric Metcalf because Mack is...
I would almost rather have Mack so you can get that lead fullback. But I tell you, Magic would like to go back in time after that garbage onside kick there to Borenzo White. But, brutal start. And they cannot afford that. Pittsburgh has too good a defense, regardless if you have Borenzo.
Well, first down and 10 here.
What are the odds?
It's
out of all the guys to return the...
Well, I think it's 1 in 11 exactly.
Yeah, a little less than 10%.
Hey, White underneath with a reception, tap away. Looks like Tim Poppy with the taps early. First down for Green Magic.
Boy, this is an uphill battle for Magic all game long now.
Pass 4 is the call.
I think he's got him.
No.
Oh.
That crossfield pass, that's difficult. He does have the right quarterback for it, but Borenzo White reversing field.
Look at that speed, and he gets a yard.
So third down and 9 now from the top hash mark. I think you called before Tim Poppy has the right defenders to deal with this.
Yeah, exactly. And the Browns don't. He's got to really score on every drive here, the Browns, really, to have a chance. And he's trying to rush for the first down. Stopped for no gain. That's brutal. This is a brutal start for the Browns all the way around.
Now he's got to play defense with a terrible team defense that's going to have trouble containing Borenzo White.
How can you stop him? They have Minifield. They have a great linebacker. What's his name? Johnson,
yep.
Jones, something like that. But that's it. I mean, it's going to be tough. I would never call anything but a run if I were Pittsburgh, and hope he doesn't call a play. Look at that. Cuts it up. No problem. 5 easy yards, like nothing. There was nowhere to go. Still got easy 5 yards.
Second down and 5, top hash mark, motion play coming. Mike Johnson on defense and running right into the heart of it instead of away from it is Borenzo White, 3rd down and 2.
Good job there by Green Magic to contain him for only 3 yards there. That anytime it's like Barry Sanders touching the ball, anytime it could go the distance with Borenzo.
So he's rushing the QB. He has Eric Green underneath, tries to get to the sideline, is taken down at about the 38-yard line, 1st down.
Good job on both sides there. Good job to find the open receiver, and good job to come back on defense after he blitzed to hold him just to 10 yards roughly.
Going over the top, the deflection is not made, and Lewis Lips sinks ships 30, 25, 20. Jukes taken down to the 15, 1st down inside the red zone for Tim Poppy.
I have a feeling we're going to see a little Borenzo White now. Oh, I'm dead wrong. What do I know?
Well, he has a pattern in this. He wants Hill in the back. Is way out of the back of the end zone. Welcome to the second quarter. 7-0 Tim Poppy over Green Magic, who is leading here in the second quarter. And driving.
I feel like this is almost a must-stop drive for the Browns if they have a chance to win this game. They cannot afford to allow another touchdown here. I know it's early, but a nice 6-yard gain there. 3rd and 4.
I don't like that he's got Strom in versus, Bubby Brister with that speed. I think he could have found himself a touchdown on that play. So Rick Strom here bouncing around. He's past the line of scrimmage.
Oh! Good
4th
defense.
and 2. And I think that the smart thing is just to take your 3.
Yeah, I would too. Go up by 2 scores. You got that freebie at the beginning of the game. All right, Browns are still in it, though. I mean, that field goal is like a victory there. He's not utilizing Borenzo White like I think he should. The Browns just don't have a fast defense. They have one fast guy. And I see what he's doing. He's calling a lot of pass plays because he can run with the quarterback because he's calling a lot of run plays on defense. But look at that move. Jeez.
Not sure why he has Borenzo White in the return game. He's like the one guy you don't want touching it because his stats don't really come into play other than the ball control. Really, the hitting power is not a factor.
And it can increase his chances possibly of going bad. I don't know if there's proof.
No,
that's
a myth.
Complete myth. I just said I'm making that shit up accidentally. All right,
make it up as you go. That's what I do. 2nd down and 10.
I thought it affected it. I don't know. Call me crazy, but.
They've gone to the matrix, as they say, already. Has Brewdog. 3rd down and 12. So dancing around, but Tim Poppy's drones are going to make this difficult for Green Magic. He might actually have to do this through the air.
It's a good play call here on 3rd and 12. Good cut.
He has the first and taken down just near the 40. 1st down and 10 for Green Magic. 2:41 Tecmo time. Needing to do something with his possession.
Oh, he has to. He has to score here. 10-7, you feel decent about yourself.
Crossfield's got Metcalf overthrown. Luckily, it's not picked. Thank God for Kozar, QB Browns, and
Kozar is killing him this game. He's missed 2 passes on this drive already. Missed practically a touchdown on the first drive.
Got Slaughter in the auto dive, so running free and taken down short of the 40 into Steelers territory. 1st down for Green Magic's Browns.
Good pass there, although he still made a move for it, even though it was a short pass.
And no blocking for Borenzo White there. Just
did he call that play? Or
I don't think so. I think the offensive line just crumpled.
Boy, it's tough to run when you can't even tell if he called his play or not. Wow. Pittsburgh's defense.
And just keep it on the ground with QB Browns. 3rd down and 9, letting time tick away.
He wants to make sure he can at least get a field goal here.
And he's got to go against Lloyd, so there's no gimme here. Going up to Eric Metcalf. He's got the 1st down.
Oh,
and taken down.
Was deeper than that.
He cut it off.
Jeez.
They let him off the hook. Last week's theme.
Yeah.
Right at the middle to White. Here he goes.
What a juke move!
And taken down at the 11. 1st down and 10.
He made Woodson look for his jock strap on the field. It's somewhere. Go back and find it.
Pass 1 is the call. Running out of time here are the Browns. Dancing around. Oh, and he's taken down by Greg Lloyd. Not want to force the throw.
Once he didn't pass it and started running backwards, I looked up and he had about 7 guys running after the quarterback. There wasn't much he could do. Woodson was covering pretty much everybody back there in the end zone area. He's got him.
Wow. at the bottom. Borenzo White forward, the tutty 6 to 10. Green Magic near the end of the half.
Woodson had that covered, and the arrow really never left the guy, and then Woodson went up for a split second, and that's when he threw it, and that's all he needed to get the extra few steps to get away from Woodson for the completion for the touchdown. That right there is my blockbuster play of the half. It's brought to you by the only blockbuster video left on Earth in Bend, Oregon.
Well, I'm glad the Green Magic didn't bend over and take it because he needed to get back into this game. 10-7, Tim Poppy over Green Magic. What did you see in that first half?
Well, I saw that both teams are not really utilizing the run very much, and that's not a bad strategy because the other teams are calling a lot of runs, so you're able to pass the ball. But Browns has really struggled. He had that obviously that good pass and the touchdown there, but he's really missed a lot of passes. Other than the onside kick, the defenses have been pretty good.
So White runs out of bounds again, kids. Get yourself with some ball control and hitting power back there if you have it. Obviously, the Browns have been stripped of their hitting power with Mack not in the game in lieu of Borenzo White. So
yeah,
Green,
I said that at the beginning of the game that I think that would hurt him a lot because you need that lead fullback, especially against a tough defense with a terrible offensive line. And I don't even know if they have a terrible offensive line, but it looks like they do.
Well, the Steelers are known to make teams look bad. You normally see the Browns paired up with the Packers, and that they'll hold up a lot more. So first down in 10. Uncharted waters here. Don't see a lot of interdivision game like this in normal tournament play. Down to the RB2, that is Reggie Langhorne, and taken down short of the marker.
9-yard gain. And see, I like this strategy. Like I said at halftime, calling a lot of passes because every wide receiver is open there because the defense is calling the runs to accommodate for Borenzo. A lot of guys open here too.
Oh, the drone. Oh. David Little gets there, number 50, with the drone sack, 3rd and 6. Green Magic, the thing with the Browns is with that quarterback, if you get a receiver down the field, I mean, any score is if you want to back and be it as a potential score. They have that ability to strike like that, but you have Borenzo White on the field. You got to make it work. You got to keep cracking at it. So
I just think he's gone away from the well a lot with Borenzo. He hasn't even passed on this drive yet, or ran on this drive yet. Still hasn't. I mean, 3rd and 6 is a good opportunity to run, but he called a run, so everybody's open.
And the redirect Newsome, it's picked off by Carnell Lake.
The only covered guy. Oh, that's brutal. All right, he got to hold him to a field goal here.
Yeah, getting down by 10 is tough. As player, when you're not out of it, called play, and White gets right out of bounds, 2nd and 14.
I would still run it. I mean, the only way you're going to stop him is if he calls your play, pretty much. I mean, it's Cleveland, for goodness sake.
Yeah, here he is, run 1. There's the juke. He does get the grapple, no fumble, 3rd and 9.
Great defense there to contain him.
From the top hash mark, single back formation for Tim Poppy. 3rd and 9 is a down, call play, and throws it into the dirt. 4th down and 9, field goal attempt. Green Magic still in this one.
Green Magic. This is all right, though. You don't mind the field goal here. It looks good. All right.
So 13-7. Hey, raise him if you got him. He knew laws, baby.
I really think Cleveland. Oh, an onside kick. Maybe Borenzo will pick it up. This could be huge.
Oh, Borenzo White does pick it up. Here we go.
He knows it too. Look at him. Use that blocker.
Oh, what are you doing? You can't fumble. You cannot fumble on an onside recovery.
That is correct. He could go all day and never fumble, staying in bounds.
I love you, Green Magic, but what the shit?
Oh no! I hope he knows that now. I don't know if he knew that before. He had it too. He had a 1-on-1 with the kicker. That was a touchdown.
He went straight ahead. He had a real good shot at it. I mean, Tim Poppy one dive attempt maybe, and that would have been it.
Yeah. All right, well, he better score here then. Nice pass.
Completion to Lobster Slaughter for the first down to the 31-yard line. Green Magic still in business here. Down 6.
Boy, another one where he wishes he could go back in time and not go out of bounds.
Go back in time.
Boy, he's really containing that run. I mean, no wonder he's passing. He's not able to run the ball, even with Borenzo White.
If he could turn back time.
Called it. Oh,
Brian Hinkle
big
with the drone sack.
Hinkle, isn't that the guy, the kicker from
That's Finkel.
the Pet Detective?
Laces out Finkel, Ray Finkel. I'm looking for
Close.
Ray Finkel and a
Close.
clean pair of shorts.
I think he's just going to
righty
go for
then.
the bomb here.
Yeah. When in doubt, back and
Going
beat.
for it. It's a jump ball. Looks like
Oh,
it's there.
overthrow,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh!
awful. Just
I
awful.
knew the jump was there, but it was just overthrown.
It certainly
Wow.
seems to
All
be
right.
raining shit on Green Magic.
He's had all the breaks against him this game. Pick it off!
Forced
Oh.
throw. Tim Poppy did not have an open wide receiver.
Wow. That could have been devastating. And the Steelers receivers throw interceptions like they're candy in this game. Sack him!
Going across field. He's got Williams. Warren
Got
Williams with the
him.
reception. 35. Taken down inside the 40-yard line. Welcome to the fourth quarter. 13-7. Tim Poppy over Green Magic. Tim Poppy driving as we start the fourth quarter. Run up the middle to Borenzo White. Second down and 2.
Got to be careful of those runs up the middle and his 19 ball control, I'll tell you that. How come nobody's checking their conditions? Borenzo could be an excellent. We don't. I'd like to know. Look at that.
I am not
Fancy.
certain on that. I don't think Green Magic knows how to use. These guys better not be using condition checker, because I'll cut a bitch.
They're not checking their. Neither one of them are. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's fishy, but I'm just.
Looks like
saying I would
Strama's
be
moving
checking.
slow. Green with the reception.
Oh, nice pass there. Found the open guy.
First down for Tim Poppy. 3:50 technical time taken away in Browns territory.
All right, no field goals, no nothing. I'd be running the ball now. You're in field goal range. Don't cut that up the middle. White has a 19 ball. He's been lucky he hasn't fumbled it 3 times already this game.
I'm wondering if he thought he was going to get tackled no matter what, so getting tackled near other players had a better chance.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's got him in the end zone.
I may be giving him credit.
No way!
Picked up by the Steelers. Wow, Lewis Lips using his hands for something good. Third down and 5.
Oh, that is awful.
Here's the
God,
pitch
that
to
could've
White.
been killer.
Past the marker,
down.
and he gets it. So at the 22 or 23-yard line here, Tim Poppy getting this clock tick-tock down.
Who says player 2 doesn't get break? He's gotten every break this game.
Second down and 17.
And they've been little breaks, but just enough every time. Every time. Every break's gone his way.
His run 3, Borenzo White with a cavalcade.
He's got a touchdown. Oh.
Oh, boy. He needed to get through and not get stopped initially, and the drone pack got him from behind. So
Yeah,
Green Magic doing enough.
He held him up just enough.
Important third down and 6, right up the middle. And Borenzo White near the marker,
fast.
gets the marker first down. That could be a deal sealer. Just needs to not put the ball on the ground. Run 3, get out of bounds. Gets out of bounds. Second down
Stops
and
the
12.
clock, too. He's got to call at least one of the next 2 plays. He has to. And I don't think he called this.
He's getting rushed.
Blitzing. Dive.
Oh, throws the interception.
Oh,
Are you
he's
kidding me? Are you
What?
kidding me? He basically handed him the football.
It's like, wow, that is the blockbuster play and a half right there, folks. An interception when you need it the most. Brought to you by the only blockbuster on earth, Bend, Oregon.
Don't bend over,
Holy
Green Magic.
moly.
See if you can drive it
Now
home.
he's running. Didn't get much there.
Haven't seen
I can't
any
believe
Borenzo White
No.
fumbles yet.
He could not allow a field goal, and it was basically a gimme field goal. He's going for the bomb right here. This is it.
Wants Eric
He's going for
Metcalf.
it. Against Woodson.
Triple covered.
Oh, wow.
And no go, third down and 3.
I say get the first down here, get out of bounds, take 2 bombs. You got enough time for 2 bombs if you want to get the first down. That's what you got to do here. It's going to run. There you go. Run for the first down. Get out of bounds. Now you got time for
Just
2
barely
plays.
got it, too.
That's okay. Now you got time for 2 plays. 2 bombs. Maybe. It's going to be very close. But you got time for 2 bombs.
All right, for the bottom hash mark single back formation, he's got Borenzo White at the wide receiver 1, and there he goes.
Got to go top.
He's got to let it go now. This is going to be the last play.
This is the last play. Only has time for 1 bomb. It's not an even.
And he's covered by. Oh, 1 second. Are you kidding me?
1 second.
1 second?
No way. Are you kidding me? The Steelers must be flipping out right now. Like, one play? Are you kidding me?
And it's
Oh,
cold.
he called it. No. That's
Trying to
just
get away from the
call.
pack. He can't. Brian Hinkle ends the game. Tim Poppy triumphant over.
That made that last play too easy.
Tim Poppy triumphant over Green Magic 13-7 in a fun one. Matchup we didn't think that would be that close from on paper, but it ended up having a lot of back and forth.
I could have gone either way. And look at the run totals. You got Borenzo White, and both teams contained him really well. Really, that was unexpected, to be honest with you. Wow, good game. Good job by both teams.
Tim Poppy, triumphant over Green Magic. Thanks for watching. Thanks for calling this one fast, Ed. We're going to have another game for you soon. Hold on. And we're back. Trojan 1979 here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. We're in week 4. Borenzo White. Matchup between Buddha Bomb and Tadeos. Welcoming back into the color booth for the second time this year, but you guys never heard the first time. Angry J 93, due to some technical difficulties before, we had to kind of scrap our last effort. I'm really glad that you're in the booth now. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to have something to do here, being in quarantine, so I'm excited to see what this matchup looks like today.
So Buddha Bomb and Tadeos. So Buddha Bomb is a relative newcomer to the scene. This is his first tournament with us. Tadeos, this is also his first tournament with us, but many of you are familiar with his exploits out there on the East Coast in that brand of Tecmo. He has been on stream before this season already in a memorable game against the Shield. If you haven't yet seen Week 1 action, highly recommend you go back and check out the Goodbye Horses stream. So Borenzo White, if you're just tuning in, the theme is a combination of Lorenzo White and Borenzo White and their stats. Every team's RB1 has been replaced with Borenzo White. So Rozier and Smith are out of the game, and Borenzo has been cloned to both teams' RB1 slot. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking for a really exciting matchup here with Borenzo White. I think these games could have a lot of volatility in them. Even a 2 or 3 touchdown lead could be, it might not be insurmountable just because the amount of turnovers that Borenzo White might put back onto the field. So to avoid that, teams might become more predictable on offense to try and focus for Atlanta. In this case, they might focus a little bit more on Andre Rison, and the Cowboys might focus on Jay Novacek and making the team more predictable. That also might create more turnovers as well.
Dixon out of the end zone. Nice return so far, out past the 20 to the 25 and taken down. Great opening return for Buddha Bomb, first down and 10. And looks like we have the race bias in the backfield with the kind of can tell what play's coming. Here is pass 3. Going up to Kelvin Martin. And he's got him down the field. And taken down. Oh, looks like Tadeos has a big tap advantage. First down for Buddha Bomb, though, after a great opening play.
Yeah, Buddha Bomb exploited the deep play there with Sanders covering the short route.
Here's the pitch to Borenzo White in the sideline. Fumbles right away first. We're going to see a lot of that today. Second down and 4.
Yeah, getting out of bounds is going to be imperative with Borenzo. He's just going to put it on the turf as much as he's going to help as much as he will help his own team.
Pass one's the call. Aikman dancing around. Oh, right. Man, that was a very weird sequence. It looked like he was right on top of Borenzo White, was Tadeos. But the pass is in, and it's a touchdown. Troy Aikman to Borenzo White, and it's 6-0.
I think a bit of a fortunate break there for Buddha Bomb on that play where it looked like Tadeos had that perfectly read. It just somehow slipped by Sanders, and you're not catching Borenzo from behind like that.
Quick 7-0 here to start for Buddha Bomb. Tadeos with his turn. Thomas onto the back of the end zone. Good kickoff. And taken down short of the 10. And it looks like there's a lot. This is a Tappers-friendly playbook here with the weak side open. You're not too worried about that defender coming through. And there it is. Yep, to start. I'm a Tapper, so I call this play a lot. Oh, we got a chop block. This might be a house call. Here comes White, 30, 35. Just running free here. Huge gain inside the 20 to the 19. Out of bounds, first down and 10 for Borenzo White and Tadeos.
Yeah, 70-yard gain there for the Falcons. Just wide open, weak side there for him to take advantage of. And then once the man D was chop blocked, like you mentioned, it was all over. That play was just destined for a huge gain.
Top hash mark, single back formation. Called pass. He's got the JJ up top. Oh, overthrown. Looked like he had Rison. And how Miller delivers throws this player, too, is going to be an impact today.
Yeah, Miller really floated that one. Not a good pass.
Call play back-to-back, 3rd down and 10.
And when I say not a good pass, I mean by Miller in particular. I think it was a good read, like you mentioned. There was an opportunity for the JJ in front of the defender, just poorly thrown by the player.
Back to the weak side open. We saw this before. It worked out well to open the game. And here's a cavalcade of blockers, wide across the gray, and this is going to be a house call. Touchdown to Deos.
Falcons offensive line just bulldoze the Cowboys on those 2 plays. Just 2 huge runs. Made it look easy there.
Kick is away, and it's good. So, 7-7. Not enough team speed on the field to deal with Borenzo on that opening position for Budabom. Floyd Dixon out of the end zone, 10-5. Made it all the way to the 25 last time. Not this time, taken down to the 12, 1st and 10 for Budabom. 101 Tech one time in the first. Going to the pro set dive and breaks a tackle and is taken down in the field of play, 2nd down and 7.
Falcons have a little bit more team speed on defense with Deion Sanders. We'll see if they can contain Borenzo a little bit better than the Cowboys.
Sanders dancing around. Good drone coverage. And Jesse Tuggle finishes off Aikman, 3rd and 14.
Yeah, it looked like everybody was covered there. Looks like Budabom just having to fight another day.
And a block pass, and that may be for the best. It's going to be punting time here for Budabom if he's wise, and he is. For 4th down and 14. Punt is away.
And no reason to get involved in a risky play selection deep in your own end. You got Borenzo White as well. You can take the risk on offense and try and make a comeback a little bit later.
All right, welcome to the second quarter, 7-7. We're all tied up here, and looks like we've got a good Miller. Maybe he can hit a pass next time. George Thomas isn't bad. I'm expecting him to be taken out of the return game. All right, back to it. What'd you see in that first quarter?
I saw a lot of Borenzo White, especially on the Falcons' part. Looks like they're going to try and get him involved some more. I would be surprised if they didn't. And there he is right there.
Dance around is Borenzo White. And he gets a 1st down, taken down inbounds, though.
It almost feels like Tadeos is leaving Andre Rison in his back pocket for a little bit later in the game and may try and catch Budabom on a surprise play with him so worried about Borenzo.
Well, he'll have a shot for him later if he wants. Borenzo White going down the bottom. He's going to Rison now at the top. Wants it all. And he's covered, double covered, incomplete, 2nd and 10. Luckily, that was intercepted.
Yeah, that was probably the best defensive play there for the Cowboys so far, trying to contain this Falcons offense.
Lorenzo White with the run, runs away from Dallas defenders, doesn't get out of bounds, but does get the 1st down. Tadeos, 3:47 technical time as it ticks away here, just short of the 50-yard line.
Nice cutback. Looked like he's going to run right at the defender and then turned it around, kind of Barry Sanders style, and got up the sideline for the 1st down.
Sticking with Holt, he's going cross field. He's got Andre Rison, bad mood in stride, taken down in the field of play inside the 31st down. Tadeos.
Yeah, there's Andre Rison. You know, should expect to see a little bit more of him as this game goes on.
Sticking with Holt, now it's running right at with Lorenzo White. Borenzo White gobbled up. It looked like he had a little bit more running room there, and it closed up in a hurry, 2nd down and 3. There's the pass, the comeback. It doesn't get the JJ, but gets the reception and the 1st down today. I was looking good here in striking distance.
Indeed, yeah. Miller looked very good on that pass, much better than he did earlier in the first quarter, getting that one into a tight window.
Wants the JJ. He's got him. Touchdown. Tadeos. Andre Rison on that quick directional comeback overthrow. Bread and butter. Well, it's 14-7. Budabom with plenty of time here to respond.
Plenty of time indeed. And that was a really contrasting drive there for Tadeos compared to his first drive. First drive, he had 2 big plays. This one was much more deliberate and much more steady. He had more steady gains. So good to see him be able to move the ball in multiple ways.
All right, so 1st and 10 here for Budabom. Single back formation, top hash mark. Here's the pitch to White. Oh, chop block. He's got a chance here. And taken down at the 29. Tadeo's not letting his defender get in range of any of those chop blocking offensive linemen.
He did a great job of avoiding those, containing that play.
Wants the playmaker, cross field, and it's a doinker. Covered incomplete. 2nd and 10, 1:16 remaining here in the first half.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a run play here. I think that might have been an attempt to buy himself some more, Boudouin to buy himself some more space.
Run us to White, gets near the marker. Time's ticking away. I think he called that play too soon. I want to reiterate, you don't want to give Tadeus, who has Ryzen, a chance to go back and be. Gets White. He gets the auto dive. This is what he wants. Oh, he does not break free, however, but he does get the first down. Time's ticking away. Calls a timeout so he can think a moment, and he calls his play.
Good job getting the first down there by Boudouin to give himself an opportunity at a JJ.
Call play. Wants Kelvin Martin. It's covered incomplete. Looks like Scott Case was there. 2nd down and 10.
Probably last chance here if he goes for a pass play.
Another call play. Raid is there with the tackle, and now you're going to go back and be here.
Yeah, you got to. It's the only reasonable option at this point. You're not going to get into field goal range in 13 seconds.
Okay. I still don't think he's in field goal range. There's not enough time. I think you're still better off calling a pass play there because if it gets called, you can still call one on 4th down. But he's got a chance to throw one up here.
Yeah, finally got a clean
pocket. Got to go up top. And he throws into the hot dog vendor in the stand. He's going to have to pay for that drop tray of food. Welcome to halftime. 14-7, Tadeus over Boudouin. What'd you see so far in that first half?
I saw Tadeus do a really nice job of incorporating Borenzo White into his offense and also getting Andre Rison involved a little bit later in the second quarter. He's also, I think, doing a little bit better job of containing Borenzo. He has a little bit more team speed just based on the fact that he has Deion Sanders compared to Dallas's defense. So we'll see if Dallas can make an adjustment, contain Tadeus a little bit better on offense.
I'll say this, Boudouin's doing a great job kicking off at full meter. That's the second one now, 1st down and 10. Miller's still in good. Looking at conditions here, Collins isn't bad, so they'll slow him down to 44 maximum speed. Floyd Dixon isn't bad. A lot of these guys on the bench for the Falcons are interchangeable.
So are they when they look at the status for Atlanta, are they just saying bad player or are they actually in bad?
They're bad. Bad conditions. Everyone's going down one notch of stats. If they were at a 50.
I thought the game was just trying to do us a favor and tell them, no, they're just a bad player. Stay away from them.
Maybe I'm just a bad commentator for not getting the joke. So here comes Lorenzo White. By the way, that weak side open, just carving up the defense of the Cowboys. To be fair, I did just wake up before this broadcast, so the juices will be flowing soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll be pumped up for this big second half. I can feel it coming.
Oh, and Tadeus throws to a stationary target, and sometimes when you get these bad quarterbacks, especially as player 2, you get some pretty questionable throws.
It's a little bit frustrating too when you have Miller in good this quarter and he still throws one out of bounds like that.
Pitch to White, running around, dodging defenders, taken down, loses 2, 3rd down and 12.
Great job by Boudouin there, using the drone to assist him because Tadeus does have the tap, so he has to be a little bit more selective with when he goes to attack Borenzo there.
So running right at Holt again. He's being really aggressive, but now he's caught behind with Holt, and now here comes Borenzo White, 50, 45. Oh, taken down from behind, not something you see very often. 1st and 10 for Tadeus.
I'm a little surprised to see Boudouin man Holt so much with so many of the left-sided runs by Atlanta.
Oh, overthrow picked up by Ray Horton. Try to force one in there. He does have a little bit of a slower delivery, does Miller. And Boudouin takes over. By the way, do you have a Borenzo White rookie card? Always 1-to-1.
Yeah, I manufactured it just myself.
Wouldn't that be a prize?
Yeah.
Get Bo Jackson to sign half of it and get Lorenzo White to sign the rest.
That'd be a one-of-a-kind type of opportunity.
I don't think you can get Michael Jackson involved.
Yeah, I wouldn't try.
We got a JJ attempt here. Oh, Irvin comes down with it, and the dive is there. All the way to the 21-yard line. It's a huge gain for Boudouin.
Irvin using the maximum of his vertical jump there to rein that catch in.
I'm sure he did a nice celebratory dance right after that. 2nd down and 4. Bottom hash mark. Single back formation pitch to White. A lot of run through. We haven't seen him call on defense to try to stop it. And a tap off and taken down. 1st and goal from the 5.
Living dangerously, taking Lorenzo into the middle of the field. Or Borenzo, excuse me.
2nd down and 3. Gets out of bounds, top hash mark, call play. Tries to bounce it outside, gets a touchdown anyway, so Budabom strikes with Borenzo White. We're about to have a tie ball game.
Huge turnaround here for Budabom. Turning that turnover into points. That's the kind of swing that you could see in these type of games. I mean, it wasn't Borenzo who laid the ball on the ground, but turnovers nonetheless benefiting Budabom here.
So any analogous player, Borenzo White, to anyone in NHL 94, Genesis or otherwise?
Probably Eric Lindros. I mean, or Mario Lemieux, who are just very skilled players, but who can give up the puck at a moment's notice as soon as anybody decides to play defense on them.
Good old weight bug.
Yeah. Eric Lindros especially, you look at him and he falls over.
I don't know if Tadeos intended to get out of bounds just then and there. I think he had a few more yards in him, but sometimes online will do that to you. You don't get to see the leg these players experience because this is done through a replay file.
You know, maybe he was thinking, just like right here, he's going for a JJ attempt at the end of the quarter. He doesn't lose any time.
This is true. He does have a good condition quarterback, and we'll see if that is changed now. He's still in good. Doesn't even look at Millen. If Millen went into excellent, that would be a consideration. But anyway, 2nd down and 10.
One thing I've noticed in this game is that none of the quarterbacks have even attempted to scramble around. They're just completely relying on their Borenzo White or their star receivers to carry the offense here. Focus is on trying to get big plays, it seems.
3rd down and 4. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. There's been no conservative approach. It's been very... I mean, we did see a few underneath throws, but I think there hasn't been a whole lot to run with. I'll say that Chris Miller with 19 maximum speed should be able to leverage that a little bit. The problem is when you play that high-low stationary receiver game, these quarterbacks don't have the fastest arm delivery. So sometimes those are harder to complete. 2nd down and 16 because you have more recovery time on the defender. 2nd down and 16 for Tadeo's bottom hash mark, single back formation. Borenzo in the backfield. Here's pass 2. Goes for the JJ. He's got it. Rising. Tap off. Looks like Budabom gets it. I didn't know if Tadeos was expecting to have to tap off there. He was a little slow to the gun there.
Beautiful play nonetheless there by Tadeos to move the chains. Great read by the quarterback.
He's got Collins' arrow trick. Circling back, tries to get to the sidelines, real close. Taken down inbounds at about the 26, 1st down.
Nice job to bootleg there by Tadeos and utilize the receiver on the other side of the field to get some space.
From the 26, pitches run 1 to Borenzo White outside. Not a bounds across the 20, now within the red zone, 2nd down and 4. Time ticking away, 3:25 remaining.
Here's Budabom's making some adjustments here, containing Borenzo a little bit better, but
Not that time. Oh, what a juke. The weak side open has been the MVP of the game. And Tadeos is just carving up Budabom's defense with his running attack.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. Tadeos proved me wrong as he was able to break loose on that play and find some space on that weak side play that he's been utilizing all game, really. And Budabom lost that containment for the first time this half, and it cost him on that one.
Really high-quality veteran Tecmo jukes sprinkled with a little bit of online leg for the extra cherry on top, as we all get to do here with those backside runs. So Tadeos is nursing a 7-point lead and has an overthrow. Oh, that could have been a ball game situation there, right into the hands of Deion Sanders, and he didn't want to catch it that time.
Primetime doesn't usually drop those. Big break there for Budabom.
Babe Laufenberg in the game. Wants Kelvin Martin cross field, and it's covered, incomplete.
I feel like Budabom's trying to force it here. Tadeos might be setting a trap here and get a turnover if Budabom continues to force the play.
Well, you're kind of in 4-down territory. Goes up to Calvin Martin's got the diving grab and a first down to the 39-yard line.
Beautiful catch there by Martin, laying out to save his quarterback. And that's a huge play to really keep this game alive for Buda Bomb.
I can already see Buda Bomb take nice completion. He's got White out of the backfield and out of bounds. Not tackled him out. That's huge. Again, we know the liability of the fumble factor with 19 ball control. Here's a pitch. Again, another run 3 call that's not called. Wow, he goes loose. Oh, he fumbles it. Bouncing around. He bounces out of bounds and picked up by the Falcons. Darian Connor with the recovery. 15 seconds remaining. What a heartbreaker.
Bad break there for Buda Bomb. Should have got a little bit closer to the sideline, but that ball did appear out of bounds, and next thing you know, the Falcons scoop it up, and now they just have to run out the clock here.
Well, Miller's going to go back. He's buying time. The offensive line is holding up pretty well. Gets the auto dive. Collins is going to run past the 50, 45, 40, 35, and out of bounds at the 34-yard line. First down today, also 23 seconds remaining. You can basically run the clock out here, even with White. You can call run 3 and get out of bounds and run backwards 3 times in a row.
You could, but then you're taking the risk if you even get touched, you might just put it on the ground. So I would expect to see a back and D situation here. Maybe, I guess I'm wrong.
So he's going to go up an A. And out of bounds, and that's your ball game. So the stats are going to hurt a little bit for Borenzo. But he still has 165 after running back 50 yards or so.
Yeah, 200-yard game, essentially punted away there on that last play.
My goodness, 21-14 Tadeus over Buda Bomb. No disrespect to Buda Bomb, but I think those that saw this matchup on paper would probably think that this would have been a much wider game from the point standpoint. And Buda Bomb made a really good game out of it, and he had a chance to tie it up on that last possession. Unfortunately, that fumble got him. But it was a pleasure to call this one with you, Angry J 93. NHL 94 savant and Tecmo enthusiast as well, up-and-coming learner guy. It's been a pleasure to call this one with you. You having fun yet in any of your NHL 94 leagues?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Been very successful lately. I'm actually I feel like I'm running hot lately. I had a good run. I even made a few unofficial attempts at the Sega Genesis record lately, and I might have enough reasoning to go buy a real console to make an official run, because I unofficially tied King Raph's 69 goal differential record last night. So trying some new things out, and it's really going well.
It always seems like every time we get together, there's some new exploit that's being developed or tweaked or a new trend that's emerging. So Ingrid J 93, everyone, the man, the myth, the legend, defending Sega Genesis champion at Edge of 94, took home the trophy for the Modanimal Problems Genesis tournament. So, all right, guys, we'll have another game for you shortly. Hang tight.
Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football. Bo knows basketball, too. Bo knows tennis? No.
Oh, no, cycling.
Oh, no, wait. Bo, you don't know diddly.
And we're back. It's Trojan 1979 with Angry J again, because I run this tournament and you don't, and I wanted him back. How's it going, bud?
Going great. Happy to be here again and for some more exciting Tecmo Super Bowl action.
Still in week 4, Borenzo White. Basically, Borenzo White is a combination of Bo Jackson's red stats, Lorenzo White's blue stats, and the milky white complexion of Michael Jackson. They all got together and conjured up this abomination of a Tecmo player that replaces every RB1 running back on every roster for this week's matchup. So adversity and primetime doing battle. We're going to see Borenzo fill the ranks of the Atlanta Falcons and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that means Rozier and Anderson are out of the game. Your thoughts on this one?
Both teams get a clear upgrade at running back with the extra MS for each team. But both of these teams have a really good defender that a player can man, that are also very fast, and they can maybe possibly contain these offenses.
It'll be really interesting to see the playbooks if they're going to run at Haddix and Sanders or not. Looks like White is running up directly at Deion Sanders on run 3.
Yeah, only the one play. You might have expected 2, but just the one to keep things honest, perhaps.
Well, that offset eye playbook is dangerous. Here's a run up the middle to Harvey. And a play that you wouldn't necessarily think would be called very often just because it's not a huge threat. We also have the pass 1 play action, which is interesting. Here comes pass 4. Vinny Testaverde scrambling right at the middle. Runs towards the sideline and is taken down near the 30-yard line. First down, primetime.
Yeah, nice job there by primetime to get the first down. Testaverde is actually the best running back in terms of ball security in this game for Tampa. And there it is right there. Borenzo laying it on the ground just as you might expect by staying in the middle of the field.
You live by the Borenzo, you'll die by the Borenzo. So a loss of 1 on a called play. And looks a similar approach, a different run 3, but the same concept running at Haddix on run 3. Adversity buying time. Up to White, who redirects his route, but the completion is made 3rd and 1.
Not a heavy tapping by either player. It looks like primetime may have had a slight advantage, but it could go either way, it seems.
Miller going crossfield, it's blocked. I think you've done better just to scramble for the first down. The 4th down and 1 coming.
Yeah, you take the 1 yard, just get a new set of downs. Maybe we'll see that approach on this play right here by adversity.
You got a fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers, Ricky Reynolds. And I don't even think that was Borenzo White that fumbled there.
Yeah, I'm still surprised to see so many running plays go up the middle with a Borenzo White on the field. It just seems risky, unnecessarily so.
Past the 30, nice run for primetime, looking at 2nd and 2. And here's the cold run 3. Almost gets to the corner there. Loses a couple, 3rd down and 5.
Was that a pick play? Because that defense formed pretty well. Okay, because it looked like there might have been a corner there for Lorenzo to take advantage of if you get free.
Borenzo White into the clear and out of bounds at the 50-yard line. First down for primetime. Call it the 49. Cold play, run 1. Out of bounds, loses another yard, 2 yards, 2nd and 12.
Both defenses are calling a fair amount of called plays already, so at this point.
Testaverde, and here's the advantage for the Buccaneers is in the quarterback play. You've got the legs and you can throw it to any receiver you want with minimal risk of interception. Here comes Testaverde, testing the waters. Has Cobb in stride, touchdown, primetime.
Beautiful throw there by primetime, taking advantage of having so many receivers on all parts of the field wide open. Sanders caught on an island and just easy catch and throw, or throw and catch right there.
Vinny Testaverde hitting that throw across the field as player 2. It certainly is rolling primetime's way so far. 7-0 here. Adversity's turn out of the end zone with Tracy Johnson. And taken down short of the 10. 7 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Perhaps we'll see a JJ opportunity here or just a simple run play to get out of the quarter.
Miller dancing around. It's going to be back in B time. Wants Bad Moon. Letting it fly. Fastest player in the field, not named Borenzo. And he has him in stride. The dive is missed. Touchdown. Adversity to end the quarter. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, just calculated risk there by adversity, finding the one-on-one situation with Andre Rison. Atlanta's O-line creating all sorts of time, even deep in their own zone, to give Miller that ability to just chuck one down the field. And minimal amount of time taken off the clock by that play, even though it went 90 yards.
It's Miller time, Derby, if you got him. Second quarter, 7-7, all tied up. Cobb out of the end zone. Not a great return, first down and 10.
don't necessarily need a great return with these teams. I mean, they got, especially Tampa Bay, they have all sorts of offensive weapons to take advantage of here.
Borenzo is so fast to that spot. Oh, gets the bump. Lineman breaks. Vinny Tess is already free, and he gets the first down with his legs.
Prime time showing that he may just have the taps in this matchup here, and great run there on that first down.
Possibly that run one was actually a result of when he was grappled, the lineman broke him free.
Okay, I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, he came off the guy he was blocking, and that's a rare thing you see from the defenders the offensive players for Tampa. They're not known for the blocking. Here comes White on a call play, gets out of bounds, 3rd and 9.
Atlanta doing a pretty nice job here of slowing down Borenzo. They seem to be picking the correct run play in most circumstances.
Runs right up the middle, and, man, it looks like the center for the Bucs is just getting handled. 4th down and 9 decision time for prime time. I think it's a little premature to go for it, but that's his decision here.
Yeah, it seems risky, unnecessarily so, but and a run play nonetheless.
He's going to be close here. Gets near the marker. Does he have it?
Measurement.
He does by an inch. That's a index card, Gene Steratore moment right there. 1st down and 10 off of 4th down from primetime. Huge break.
With Tampa Bay's normal running back one, they may not go for that 4th down opportunity, but Borenzo, with his excellent speed, was able to get that corner and stretch out for the 1st down.
I don't know if I had the real Bo Jackson if I would have gone for that. Here comes Borenzo White, and this is a house call. Touchdown primetime. And looked like a bat out of hell there.
Primetime just took advantage of the space that he was given after that huge 4th down conversion. Maybe that deflated adversity a little bit on the defensive side of the ball, and Tampa Bay just struck. Very nice strike there with a long run. Borenzo finally breaking free.
14-7 primetime here over adversity. Scored with that end of the first quarter bomb. So really primetime's had the ball like pretty much the entire game.
Yeah, it really has felt like that. And it'll be interesting to see how Atlanta approaches their 2-minute offense here.
Miller looking like I didn't look at the conditions. He looks slow right now. He wants it all again. And he's got.
Wow.
Is that Borenzo White in the back of the end zone?
Mm-hmm,
unbelievable. So those receptions and speed come into play. Hoonigan's a running attack. You've got a slow pass delivery, and you've got the deep game.
Miller's legs may have looked slow in that instance, but his arm was on point with just delicately floating it over Haddox's outstretched arms into the awaiting grasp of Borenzo White into the end zone. Beautiful throw there by Miller.
Makes Joe Flacco's arm look weak. Here comes Cobb. Zig and Zaggy, much better return this time past the 20. Time's ticking away.
Oh, popcorn action there.
He is now in Christie field goal range. The question is he going to go for that opportunity here?
Yeah, online play, a little suspect. Maybe try to get a few extra yards here first.
Right up the middle, taken down, risky. You need maybe run one here.
But you're only going to get a couple yards at most.
And now, okay, so he's in a much better situation here. With 3 seconds, there'll be no time left when he kicks this.
Yeah, beautifully crafted here by Primetime to get this field goal opportunity.
It looks straight enough. And it is good. Great online timing adjustment for Primetime. I know field goals can be a little bit of a difficult situation to adjust to for online play. Welcome to halftime. 17-14. What'd you see in that first half?
Saw a lot of Primetime ball possession there. He was more deliberate with his offensive gameplay than Adversity. Adversity was doing in stretches quite well containing Borenzo, but that huge touchdown run there by Tampa Bay may have Atlanta second-guessing themselves a little bit. And then Atlanta, for their own offense, they've just been 2 long bombs, beautifully crafted, have kept them in this game.
Tracy Johnson out of the end zone, out of bounds to the 14, 1st and 10. Adversity trailing by 3. Basically all of the offense and 2 big plays for him, and it's been, Tecmo does, your defense doesn't get tired in Tecmo, but maybe your patience does. He really doesn't know what he can and can't do other than going back and B right now. It'd be interesting to see what Adversity experiments with here in the second half, or he's going to stick with the strategy. Now, this time he wants Sean Collins
Collins isn't good.
He's got the JJ. Are you kidding me? Tap off time. Oh, nope. He was not allowed to tap on that particular one because he was tackled immediately. First down and 10. And now he's it's going to be first and goal from inside the 10.
Now what can Atlanta do here that they have a short field? Their whole offense has been from inside their own 10.
Wow. Borenzo. And a moonwalk, a sideways moonwalk. Drink him. First one we've seen all week long.
Michael Jackson, milky skin coming through in the Tecmo game right here. Just beautiful run there. We finally see a play where adversity doesn't go back and be. Looks like he has that in his wheelhouse as well. So now Primetime's going to be thinking on his own defense a little bit more. Like, what can I do to stop this guy?
Jamon. Oh, fumble. Bouncing around. Picked up by the Bucks, so retained position does Primetime. Trailing by 4. And he's been in control of this game for the most part. But finds himself down right now. White with another huge gain, 45 out of bounds. Approaching the 50-yard line, first and 10 for Primetime.
Primetime starting to find those running lanes. He's been dedicated to the run, and it's starting to pay off.
And bouncing the outside. So he calls it up the middle, but he doesn't really need to go that way. Just there's so much speed, you can just pick whatever way you want to go with this running back.
Yeah, these option runs, he's finally getting them into open field, and the ball security becomes much less of an issue in those situations.
Borenzo White is breaking free here. He has a cavalcade, and he's in front of the pack, and this is going to be another touchdown for Borenzo White.
Pure ground and pound there by the Bucks, getting themselves back into the lead quickly after the two-play Atlanta drive. We're seeing some high-flying offense in this matchup today.
Interesting choice on that rush, if you will, going with Charles Dimmery. Not able to do anything, maybe just didn't care on that extra point. But Tracy Johnson out of his end zone on the return here to the 10, gets a block. And puts the ball on the ground, bouncing around. Who's going to get it? Picked up by the Falcons. Jamie Dukes with the recovery. Is it the Jamie Dukes that's on the NFL Network?
I had not realized that. I didn't realize he had a commentating career in him.
Crazy. First down and 10. You learn something every day. Someone can verify that for me in chat, would you? Okay, so, well, why pass it short when you can go back and be? Bad moon. I've seen this before. And that time is covered. Oh, my goodness.
Finally, adversity has been slowed down on his 90-yard throws. But this Atlanta O-line is really buying Chris Miller a lot of time to let those routes develop.
Really good blocking. Right up the middle goes White. And taken down in bounds, I would have head right to the sidelines if I could. Welcome to the fourth quarter. 24-21. Primetime over adversity now, who is approaching the 50-yard line. Unthinkable. Call play. Goes to that play action, Winston Moss, former coordinator for the Green Bay Packers, second down and 18.
Atlanta finally having to put together a multiple-play drive here to find some success on offense. But back to the back and D.
And Sean Collins goes out of bounds. Apparently was hungry, third down and 18.
Well, I don't think down and distance matters much to adversity with the way we've seen him manage the offense.
All right, so it's a one-man route here, though. Oh, he got him to bite up. Wants bad moon. Oh, and the jump pick is there from the drone. Are you kidding me? First down and 10. Primetime takes over here with 3:53 Tecmo time.
Primetime bailed out by the drone. Unfortunate break there for adversity.
Crossfield to carrier. Oh, risk of an interception, although obviously we've got Vinny, who's got higher pass control. It's not as much of a risk there to try to throw that in there, but that obviously that slower deliver came into play. Wants Ron Kids in the hall, no chance over his head. Third down and 10.
Looked like Testaverde stepped up there and tried to complete a jump pass to the quarterback, to his wide receiver, a la Tim Tebow.
And the same play action we saw before on pass one is now in play. And I think that was not the right read. Probably a mispress. And now fourth down and 10, and I think you got to punt this away.
But maybe Primetime goes for it again. He went for it on 4th and 9 in the same spot of the field earlier, and here we go again.
Unbelievable. Mike Gann on defense for a little bit of action. Oh, boy.
maybe a
I'll say
mistap.
one thing here with 253. If he scores, Primetime's going to have a chance to get the ball back.
Yeah, and he's got the offensive tools to go back and be as well, just like Adversity has all game.
Here's run to the top. Borenzo wide in the pack. Only second down and 5. Anytime you tackle him in bounds, I don't care what the gain is, it's a victory on defense.
Yeah, you never know what might turn out by tackling him in bounds.
And someone on the line deflected that pass as it redirected. So 3rd down and 5 for Adversity. You want to make sure at the very least you can tie this up, so don't want to force anything. And he goes to force something. On the back of the end zone, 4th and 5. I think you got to take your 3.
Decision time. Adversity may just go for it here.
You know, if you had the likes of, say, John Elway, not that he's accurate, but he can at least zip something in there, you're too damn close for these quarterbacks to throw the ball. And this might be a miss. This is a high arrow. Oh, my goodness, it boinks in. 24-24, we got a tie ball game.
Greg Davis just sneaking it in there on that chip shot. That online timing causing some havoc for Adversity.
As a Packer fan, every time I see a doink, it reminds me of Mason Crosby kicking them out. He's got a skill hitting that crossbar. And Cobb with another great return. And taken down at the 39. So we saw that at the end of the first half, him get himself into good position, and now already in striking distance after maybe one play here for Christie. And White dancing around, taken down in bounds, dangerous.
Yeah, I would expect just some conservative run plays here by the Bucks. Primetime has already shown his ability to hit a deep field goal, so he's definitely going to want to run the clock down to 0 as close as possible.
Call play. Does get a bump, though, so he's still on the outskirts here of Steve Christie range. You want to get another 5 to 10 yards if you can. There's run one.
That's critical.
Okay. Much better here. Oh, boy, taking the risk in bounds. And so the onslaught continues. I wonder if he's going to go back to that run 4 and pick his poison. I think the run 1 and run 3 are the obvious choices.
Definitely don't want to have a pick play here and got to get out of bounds.
Last time he went with run 4, and then he just bounced it to the short side. And this time he's called. So Adversity doing a really good job. That was interesting. It was like Primetime was just going to let the clock expire.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the game plan there was, but
well, anyway,
losing 10 yards here. Christie's backed up.
Field goal for the win. Looks straight. Is it long enough? No, it is not. So unable to get it done after that pick play. Adversity dialing up the pick-a-play app. I'm just kidding. Looking at his controller from many hundred miles away. Greg Davis will kick off the primetime. We are now overtime rules. Oh, we have an onside. I don't know if that was intentional. Bounced around, picked up by Testaverde out of bounds of the 50. Now you're already in Christie field goal range here.
Something tells me that was an accident looking at Greg Davis's earlier field goal where it just barely snuck inside the upright.
Here's a play action Testaverde bouncing around. Wants carrier. And out of the back of the end zone. I don't know if that was an intentional throwaway at that point, but second down and 10 for primetime in the driver's seat. First points win the game. Scrambling with Testaverde, making it closer. Out of bounds inside the 40 in the first down. If we get to the conclusion of this overtime, a brand new game emerges, same playbooks and alignments. And the reverse person would, so in that case, Adversity would get the kickoff to start. So second down and 18 after a sack. Still in Christie field goal range here.
But just barely so.
Testaverde getting it done with his legs. Taken down in bounds, and time's taken away. 3:25 first overtime.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Testaverde on the move again. That's been the two best plays that Primetime's had on this drive.
Testaverde going over the top. He's got carry, he's got a touchdown, and he's got a victory.
Beautiful pass there by Testaverde. Adversity has shut off the running lane, forcing Testaverde to throw, and he just puts it right over the defender. Comes up with a big overtime win here.
Your score, 30-24, primetime over Adversity, and a really fun game to watch. That was really an identity crisis. Both teams doing the exact opposite to put points on the board.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. Total contrast in styles. Just looking at the stats, you got 25 rushes by Tampa Bay, where Atlanta was just back and B all day for 261 yards passing. I mean, it was a beautiful game to watch, seeing two different styles be almost as successful as the other. But the Buccaneers come out ahead in overtime on this one.
I wonder what the over-under was. We should have said something there. Where are you, Tecmo Lou? Got to get those odds in chat ahead of time. Well, my friend, always fun to call these games with you. I hope the fans at home liked it. Stay tuned. We'll have more games for you real soon. And we're back, Trojan 1979, welcoming Thule, co-organizer of the Detroit Kumite. How you doing?
Doing real good, Troy. Thanks. Hello, Tecmo.
Hello, Tecmo, indeed. Viking Mo, Justin Peters doing battle here. Still week 4, Borenzo White. We have the red stats of Bo Jackson, blue stats of Lorenzo White, and the milky white complexion of Michael Jackson in the 1990s. So, every running back, one, has been replaced with Borenzo White. That means 2 marquee running backs are coming off the board right now as we have a match between the Chargers and the Lions. Viking Mo chose this matchup, and Justin Peters went with the Lions. Why don't you break this matchup down? Not just the teams, but these 2 players, which are pretty prevalent type of personalities.
Yeah, I mean, normally this is a very good matchup, San Diego against Detroit. It gets called fairly, maybe not frequently, but definitely you see it happen. Both players have a lot of tournament success, and I've had the pleasure of playing both of them recently, and they both just very solid in their game, and we should see crisp action here. And, Borenzo kind of replacing both these backs. They're still both going to have their high-powered running. And we'll see, if his fumbling ways here come into play. I'm guessing they will.
Really, the only I think you're giving up a little something to have him. Obviously, you're getting a top end speed on both end, but it's marginal. And the risk factor is now through the roof with the ball control factor.
Absolutely. I guess San Diego, gets more of the boost. With the extra MS. But
if for some reason you had Borenzo blocking, he won't get popcorn by Leslie O'Neal. Outside of that, I don't see much of a other significant stat impact.
Gotcha. I guess, with Mel Gray still there, you could have some, which he does, so it's got some Gray runs here. Let's get a look at 2 Gray runs, so he will have Borenzo blocking up the middle on run 4.
Boy, he gets out in front, doesn't he? He misses the entire pack. He's blocking the far the defensive back. That's kind of funny to see. You see some things you don't normally see in normal Tecmo games with these modifications. Here's pass 1. Rodney Pete underneath the Gray does not get the auto dive and taken down short of the marker, 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, any over the middle dump offs to Borenzo are big time danger for a fumble because you're going to get tackled in bounds. So you want to be careful about relying on those or going to those too often.
Riverboat JP saying, I'm going for this. Gets Matthews, Aubrey Matthews with a completion on a bounds and a 1st down for Justin Peters. Sometimes you see that overthrow JJ or a straight-up overthrow pick happen there. That time he converts.
Yeah, one thing I like about JP is he's not afraid to make bold moves, neither in the game or in the chat. He puts his money where his mouth is, and he's just a real colorful character. I've never had the pleasure to meet him in person. At least I don't think I have. It's possible I ran into him at a Madison but forgot about it. But, we've never really talked much in person. He's kind of one of my checklist of guys I'd like to meet.
Viking Mo is a guy that I have not met in person, but obviously have done a ton of broadcasting with. JP have met in person a number of times. I think the world of both these players. 7 yards on 1st down for Justin Peters. Bottom hash mark. Pass 1. And Pete doing it with his legs there.
Both teams got to worry about the JJ, with the quarterbacks without much pass control. And so the running game and relying on the backs into the scramble game will be we should see that a lot in this one.
You'll see that little hesitation that Justin Peters did with the quarterback, and that's a patience timing that you see good players start to use just to force the stretch of the defense just one moment more, and it opens up a few more yards for eventually running it with the QB. So here comes Pete running and taking down inside the 20 now in the red zone. Got to get a little careful, though, with your quarterback at 44 ball control, keeping him in bounds.
Absolutely. You mentioned about the hesitation. That's a skill. One skill that really helps in that game is knowing your wide receiver progressions. If you can be cycling through your wide receivers while doing that, then that adds a little bit more confusion to the defenders trying to figure out what to do, and it allows you to get off that perfect pass if you do decide to ultimately throw the ball. It's a part of my game I'd love to improve. I'm not as good at my progressions as some of the other players.
Some of those guys are absolutely insane. 2nd down and 9. We saw the play before that, a really nice close proximity completion with Leslie O'Neal barreling down, and now pass 4 coming here from the bottom hash mark. It's called. Borenzo White already out in the pattern, taken down by Lee Williams as a drone sack. 3rd down 19.
The Lions backfield here of white and gray, sponsored by My Hair today.
Hey-o. Is that a new sponsorship or is that a lifetime?
I think the sponsorship is just for this ROM here. Usually, Gray and Sanders just doesn't quite work.
So field goal attempt here by Justin Peters. Gosh, almost tackles the holder of Viking Mo, down 3-0 here to Justin Peters, who gobbled up that entire first quarter.
Yeah, it was a nice drive. You saw him again. It was a nice having 3 receivers open and making the right call there. But called play, put him behind the sticks, and Viking Mo able to get the stop.
See some Pro Set mixed around there. What's the beverage you're working with today?
That used to be a Diet Orange, and now it's mixed in with a little Mountain Dew Zero. So it's a Chimera.
I was hoping it was something more exciting, like a hoppy. But you know, each his
yeah,
own.
hoppy.
I mean, it is daytime if you look at the lighting behind you there.
It is. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern time, so I don't start drinking until 3:35 late at the earliest. So
understood. All right, so here comes pass 4. B.J. Tolliver doing it with his legs. 2nd and 6.
Looks like he's got Borenzo White in the defensive backfield. If that was Borenzo, what do you think his INT would be?
I mean, you're not Borenzo, but you mean James White?
William White there.
I'm
yeah,
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
James White is a running back. What am I thinking from Wisconsin?
Everything's Wisconsin with you guys, isn't it?
Well, we do live here. 1st down and 10. Hey, if you can bust out a Wolverine or a Lion, hey, we're calling a Lions game. How about it? See how that worked out?
That's true, yeah.
I didn't plan this. This is the close game on my list of games to call, and there you were.
Yeah, the last game I called was Lions because it was the Tiger King week,
sure.
And I got a Lions game there too. So, okay, all white backfield here. It's like a 1960s football game, 50s maybe,
or a Cardinals game.
Yeah,
because they didn't know what they were doing with the graphics. 2nd down and 15. We need to have a tailback king week maybe next season. All right, here's pass 1. B.J. Tolliver dancing around. Joe Caravello with the reception and taken down. 3rd down and 5.
Interesting to see Caravello there. I didn't get a good look at the conditions. I didn't look too hard at what was going on there. Usually you see like Ronnie Harmon.
I'm guessing because I mean I know that you're the other guy's kind of a dud at that point. Maybe it's the race bias coming into play. I don't know how that works out for pass 2 compared to run 2.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, the race bias would be in play if he had Harmon at RB2. So good call there.
All right, here comes
Borenzo
White. I think you're the one that kind of clued me in onto that, by the way, out to the 39. Again, props. Thule, the first guy to ever help me get into online tech ball. And look where we are today.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad I was there to do that. Don't know where we'd be without Trojan's presence.
Well, maybe I just would have shown up at your local tournament instead and gotten banned from that. Who knows? Back to the action. Inside joke. All right, so not so inside. All right, to the 20. Wow, Borenzo White off to the races in the end zone. Wow. Are you kidding me? It's like, is he going to get there? Is he going to go out of bounds? What's going on? And he's got a touchdown.
Yeah, it's no slowpoke either. In my game that I played, I had the Steelers, and there was one play where, I mean, Woodson just looked slow trying to track him down. I don't know if he was in bad or not, but I was just like, man, it feels like I'm running with, Nesby Glasgow here or something. So it's quite a change, when you're expecting, I don't know, in this case, Butts, and you got Borenzo instead.
We haven't seen anyone. I was really hoping we would see something like a Seahawks-Colts matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Something where it just spices it up, where you got these really slow defenders having to deal with these studs. But Rodney Pieta out of bounds after 6 yards, 2nd and 4, 51 seconds, so not a lot of time to move the ball here.
Yeah, and you don't have the best team for throwing the JJ, but you do have Borenzo to get down the field. So, you got that working for you.
And Gray's in bad. He's in 50 MS, so he's still, a guy that can get down the field. And yeah, you can buy some time with Pete back there. If the rush holds, we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's got time to, and if he sees something short, then he might be able to take, and maybe get a field goal. But down 7-3 now, and kicking off at halftime, he'd definitely like to get a touchdown out of this.
So looks like he's going to be going down to Mel Gray on this attempt. Oh, this is Clark. Excuse me.
Clark.
I thought he had
That's
Gray
a
down
long
the
ball.
bottom. He's got the JJ. Are you kidding me? Wow. And he gets to the end. So Justin Peters with another horseshoe out of his ass.
Man, what a turn here. But that definitely keeps the juice up in this game. Now Viking Mo facing a 3-point deficit going into the half.
Man, Robert Clark was moving quickly there. I guess we were kind of jabbing. I didn't see or gabbing. We didn't see the stats of what his conditions were.
Yeah, that's another skill in this game is just having the feel about when to let the ball go on JJ attempts. Because obviously, if you're too long, you'll just throw it out the back of the end zone, and if you're too short, like we saw there, it looked like Viking Mo, he didn't get too many yards after catch there to get into the end zone. He probably would have been able to track him down if that had been caught too early. So an entertaining first half, and we saw Borenzo, kind of moving the ball, and there just wasn't a lot of time for a lot of drives there. Just really 2 drives, and then the bomb at the end. So defense is not doing a whole ton so far, even though it's only 10-7.
Speaking of bombs, my third BB is throwing a tantrum. Can you hear it on the microphone or in the ears?
I can't hear it. No, yeah, I got the. Although I have young kids too, so I kind of tune that stuff out. As long as it's
it's on a frequency we don't hear. The wives appreciate that. Anthony Miller, excellent. That should certainly help Viking Mo's cause. Little Rod Bernstein, man. Every time I see the Chargers, I just think of all of the references. You've got a Rod, you've got a BJ, you've got a Pickle with Vlasic, you've got Butts. I mean,
Cox. I don't know if you mentioned Cox.
There's Cox in there too.
You mentioned race bias. I think I got the term race bias from there was the Leaf Powers sort of guide to the Tecmo Bowl, but there was a second one by a guy who called himself like Mosey Tatapu or Mosey Tatupu. I used to say Tatapu, but not, obviously it's Tatupu now. And I think that in that guide, which I used to print out, and I probably printed it out 3 or 4 times in my school's computer lab, just like reams of paper, referred to it as race bias or something like that. Or maybe that's where I got it from, maybe not. But
I've seen
there was a second guide out there.
The whole thing is like in like a notepad document.
Yeah, they're both like ASCII, text, and there we go with Borenzo again.
Holy
Borenzo
crap.
tore it up. He tore it up in our game. He probably went for close to 200 for both of our teams, so he was just a force to deal with, which was it was a fun round to play. I definitely enjoyed playing this.
Block.
Oh,
Viking Mo. Now, oh man, we'll see how that affects the game. He's still up 3.
Big time swing there, whether you got that option to kick field goal or not. So, not an insignificant block there. And usually you'd think it'd be Leslie O'Neal getting that block out of the 2. I think I'm always worried about O'Neal, but I don't think as much about Kofor. Maybe he's in good condition.
I believe there's a three different kind of outcomes that can happen, just in, like how fast a player comes out of the gate, and obviously how fast they are also is affected by that. It's another one of those fun little trivia things that Brewdog came up with. So I did meet Leaf Powers at the last Hardcore Championship.
Yeah, I got to meet.
I'm sorry, it was the Technical Players Championship. My apologies.
Yeah, I've met Leaf as well. He's really a nice guy. It was fun to meet him. They say you don't want to meet your heroes because they'll disappoint you, but Leaf Powers did not disappoint me.
Second down too. No, I tried that it was the Hardcore. I'm pretty sure because I think he beat up on my son pretty bad.
There goes Borenzo doing his thing, but no fumbles yet. I don't want to jinx anything. I know this game's already happened, but you almost just kind of waiting on that fumble.
Really, a game of explosive plays here as it's progressed. But after the first quarter was drained to death, second down of 5.
Yeah, we'll see if JP can get kind of a legit touchdown here and punch it in this time. He's doing it perfect when the time to got some space. That's one thing about some people and the way they run their offenses is that when there's a lot of space, they can stretch the field. That scramble technique really works. When you get inside the 20, it gets harder to utilize that and ultimately punch it in. I kind of have trouble with that. Oh,
huge risky throw there. I would not have done that if I was JP, but I am not as good as either one of these players. Second down and 10.
That happens sometimes, like you just kind of guessing. You guess wrong, or you get a little undisciplined, and you throw it right into the teeth of the defense. And sometimes you just you roll. It comes up 7 for you, so you're okay.
It is always the online factor. When it's played live, the timing may appear different especially as player 2. So up the middle. Bounced to the outside. Mil Gray gets the first down just past the marker, first and goal from the 5.
Yeah, that's right. Another thing you don't see in these NSV replays is any kind of lag that might have been an issue. I don't hear as many complaints anymore about late games with really bad lag, but you don't see that in the NSV playback.
And he gets the run there. We're hoping for maybe a moonwalk to Borenzo White. If you guys can make that happen. We saw a sideways moonwalk in the last game.
I thought Vikimo had him there. I think it looked like he had a real good shot to, get that sack there, and he took the dive and didn't get it. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but now he's got the ball and he's got sort of the game on his. If he can, if he can have a nice drive here and take a bunch of time off the clock, he'll be in the driver's seat.
Justin Peters into the fourth quarter with the lead. And was that Miller still an excellent? Okay, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still no guarantee. I mean, you got Vlasic throwing the ball. So you never know what's going to happen when the ball comes out of the guy's hand.
So with this team, it depends on how he moves the ball. But, I mean, he could potentially milk away the clock here. He feels confident. I mean, you want to score when
it's hard. It's hard though with Borenzo. You break it. You break a run, and you got 50 yards, and it's hard to turn that down. Because I mean, a milking drive, you got to do a bunch of
backwards throw to White. Jerry Ball ran through the center like it didn't exist.
Yeah, he was looking for one of those Jerry Ball sacks, like you mentioned before.
Just went full hollow man on him. I mean, unbelievable. White, wow. Look at him run away from the dive. Unbelievable. Borenzo White out of bounds to the 50. First down for Viking Mo. 4:03 technical time in the fourth quarter. Trailing by 4.
Called play ain't no thing to Borenzo. He'll just burn you for 20 yards. Anyway.
So, in your mind, what's more fun, this ROM or the Cats in the Cage?
Oh, my God. I don't want to play that ROM again. Cats in the Cage.
That's very hot and cold. Some people thought it was the coolest idea ever, and some people were like, I hate my life.
Yeah, it was definitely like you have to unlearn what you've learned when you play in that ROM. You just got to throw more balls into coverage, or throw deep a lot more. I think becomes a higher percentage play, in terms of actually ending up scoring on a drive. So it was a very different feel, and I was happy to be done with that. This ROM, I think, was I think it generated a lot of buzz in terms of like, oh, what would be a good matchup, you know, and what would now with this here, who would actually be good opponents for each other. I almost considered like calling like San Francisco against Philly, just because I mean with Philly, if you add Borenzo to that offense, it's like now you have 8 ridiculous plays, and even though you really can't stop San Francisco much, you know, you give them Borenzo, it's kind of a you know, it's not that much of an improvement. But it would really just be a shootout. You know, I really think a matchup like that with this gives Philly all the power in the world to move it on San Francisco.
Here comes Vlasic, and Viking Mo taking a lot of time away, just outside of 2 minutes here.
Yeah, he's done a good job. It's just he doesn't have he's got to get the touchdown, though, so he can't be too cute. Oh, there we go. There's the ball coming out of Vlasic's hand.
Pickle juice.
Poorly, yep.
Oh, boy, sure.
Like
right in the hole. Here comes White to the end zone. Touchdown, Viking Mo.
I sure do like pickles, Cotton.
God, I love my job. They can't pay me enough. All right, so I do this for free. Oh, wait, I do. All right.
You deserve double. You deserve double what you're getting, at least. At least.
You get a double portion. That was a terrible voice. 75-year-old John Carney kicking off to Gray. I have no idea how old John Carney is. I just assume he's one of those immortals from Highlander. El Gray and Bad. If you want to go back and be... Oh, someone who's an excellent there. Was that Johnson? Oh, Aubrey Matthews. Okay.
Aubrey Matthews.
That gets into the speed 31 maximum speed lookout world. World beater.
Well, this really was. I remember growing up just knowing the name of Aubrey Matthews. Uh-oh.
Here we go. Aubrey Matthews has got 2 first names, like Ricky Bobby.
Like Ricky Bobby.
Wakes up in the morning and pisses excellence.
What is Ricky Bobby's last name, actually, in that movie?
No, his last name is Bobby. First name was Ricky.
Oh, it is Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen the movie like once. It's a great movie. I'd love to see it again. It's just never happened.
Mel Gray on the run 1. You know, he had the blocking, he ran away from it, and suddenly the help was far, far away. 3rd down and 10.
You got to be expecting a run here, but he's got enough time to actually call a pass and then deal with it. But
Borenzo White, oh boy, this is going to hurt the field goal opportunity here. Is he still in range for Murray?
I don't know. Murray is middling to below average kicker. I don't think he's got this. He can prove me wrong though.
It's straight enough, and it's short. You called it.
Man, just not enough juice in that leg.
Yeah, Carney, I think would have hit that.
I think you're right. Yeah, boy, no fumbles in this game. I'm a little bit disappointed, but it was a very entertaining game.
Oh, boy, they ran in there in a hurry. Well,
they might get called for roughing the punter, but either way, the game's over.
Well, it was fun right up to the end there, obviously, just out of field goal range. He needed probably heave one, but he didn't know. And Justin Peters drops it 2017 to Viking Mo in a fun one. 100% with Rodney Pete, though. That's something.
That is something. He should get a medal for that. Borenzo only about 275 in total there, so that's not a bad output. 110 for 183. That was big for the Chargers today.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed the game, everyone. Thanks, Thule, for calling it. Stay tuned. We have another game for you right after this.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ridiculous. I'm an athlete, not an actor. Let me out of this thing. I got rehab to do.
Oh.
Give me those shoes.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Nice shoes.
You watch too much TV, kid. music coming from? You know I don't have time for this. But I do. Hit it! Josh knows.
And we're back, Trojan 1979, here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. Week 4, Borenzo White, Rico 33, and Tecmo Ninja doing battle. Darth Rockman's in the booth with me. How you doing?
I'm doing real good. Thanks for having me, Trojan.
Love having you. We got a fun game here. Rico, Tecmo Ninja 2, Savvy Veterans doing battle. And let's take a look at what Rico chose for the matchup. Cowboys, Cardinals.
Is that where you throw it to me? Is that what you?
I guess, yeah. You know, we've only been doing this 3 years. What the?
All right. Well, Cowboys and Phoenix. This is something that when we first talked about it, I thought, oh, it sounds like Rico called this. And this is a typical Rico. He loves Phoenix, but this is a little different because we got Bo Jackson on both these teams. So
it's Borenzo White. Okay, let's get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Totally different game. What was I thinking?
Yeah, so White, Borenzo White, the red stats of Bo, the blue stats of Zoe, and the milky white complexion of Michael Jackson.
Oh, it's a great trifecta here we got going on. So, you know, this is something that we'll have to wrap our heads around. It's a completely different matchup. I loved playing this when I had it. Didn't fumble in my game, so we'll see if we get any fumbles in this one.
So somewhere Tailback King's head is exploding because Johnny Johnson is no longer in the game. Same thing with Emmitt Smith. And going up to Kelvin Martin, here's the comeback reception to the 40 out of bounds, first down for Rico.
Rico, nice play there. And he's got his famous, I don't know what you would call this, his offset / pitch L open on run 3. So a little bit different for Rico. We'll see how he does with this playbook.
Wow, really good blocking held up there, and Rico just takes it out of bounds after nothing opens up. The safety's pretty good on the Cardinals.
Yeah, you got Tim McDonald and Lonnie Young. 56 interceptions, so not too shabby. So Aikman's going to have to be careful.
Surprise rushing by Tecmo Ninja, and he gets the Ken Harvey dive. Third down and 18 now for Rico.
Ken Harvey rushing in there with 63 hitting power. So we'll see how much pressure he can put on this game and create havoc on the pass scramble happy Rico.
Here comes the punt from Saxon. Visikahema will not have a chance to return this one in the end zone touchback.
No. Okay, so here's another very similar playbook that they're doing here. A little one set action and pitch L open on here. So
I don't think either one of these players tap. I could be wrong.
I don't know about Tecmo Ninja. I would assume, I'm not sure if anyone has an advantage.
Well, nice completion underneath to Borenzo White in a big gain for a first down. And you see a lot of the field stretching and underneath completions this week already using Zoe in the passing game, not just the running attack.
Sure.
So, dancing around, dangerous area to tackled in there in the middle of the field, second down and 7.
Yeah, you can see he's aiming at Hendricks with this playbook. He's got run 2, run 3 in there going up right at him, so forcing Rico to take a different defender on that.
It's got White open in the... Well, here he goes, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Borenzo White. Got that auto dive, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, he was looking real fast there. He pretty much had everyone open. I think one defender, one drone went back there, but he had him short, he had him deep, and he took his pick there and got it to his speedy White, you know, his go-to moneymaker, and goes in for the score. So nice play by Tecmo Ninja.
I'm just realizing this now. For some reason, your camera feed just stopped feeding anything. You look like you're really interested in one play and you haven't moved in a while.
Well, that's very true.
I don't know if it's worth... now I lost you completely.
I'll just turn it off and I'll turn it on.
See what happens.
See if that does anything.
And he's back, folks. Look at that technology kicking in for the win. First and 10.
And that was extremely fast, so that was real time.
Oh, we've got probably the mistap there. Another rush in there for
Yeah, I don't think it was
Taekwondo
as
Ninja.
much as a mistap as the pressure on him. I think he was pretty close to getting a safety there and just had to launch it.
Here comes Ron Wolfley heading towards the end zone. And welcome to the second quarter. 7-0 Taekwondo Ninja. In
And
control
he's in the
here.
driver's seat. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Looking good. I would say, I think if you got the get-go, I think you got Rico on the odds just from perhaps some experience. Taekwondo Ninja's been around for a while, too. I haven't seen him online a lot. I'm not in a lot of leagues either, so I'm not sure how much he's been active. Maybe you do. Has he been around a lot from what you know? Or
Well, Taekwondo Ninja played in our tournament last year, was a commentator as well. But as many know, it's just public knowledge that he spent some time in the hospital recently and was kind of battling some things with that. So touchdown for Ron Wolfley. Good job, Taekwondo Ninja, extending his lead here. But I think the community at large is just glad to have him back in the fold.
yeah, that's great. I'm hoping he's got a fast recovery here. Good to see him back. So and nice, he's looking good right now, going up 14-0 against the veteran Rico.
So our good friend Levi Lacrosse, aka Nelson 79, who's in this tournament, has also helped us with some visual enhancements to this tournament through graphics and whatnot. Call play again. Wow, really in the head. Oh, nice completion on the hot route there to. Was that Novacek up there?
I don't know if that was Novacek or Urban. I'm not sure. I just had missed it. I was looking just as you were saying it.
Well, it was a white skinned guy. Either that or Zoe.
Okay.
All right, Calvin Martin with a reception. JJ. And taken down for a first down.
Yeah, I hope that'd be Novacek if he's airing it up on the top against a 56 interception guy.
Nice run. Here comes Zoe White. 20, 15, 10, 5. House call. Touchdown, Rico.
Yeah, I know it's going to catch him when he's out there. 30 yards to the goal line. The closest guy was 10 yards behind him. You're going to need more than that in order to catch Mr. White in this round.
Narrowing the gap here, 14-7. Rico getting on the board. Just reverting back to prior statement, Nelson 79 doctored up a Tecmo image. It kind of showed, when someone gets injured, showed injured Tecmo Ninja. Well, he did one with the recovery as well. So all the graphics from Tecmo where a player goes out and then comes back out of the hospital before the start of a season game. He did that with Tecmo Ninja and put him in that. It was a fun moment because he was stuck in there. But back to this game,
Nice.
14-7. Tecmo Ninja on pass 4. Rosenbach going cross field. This is probably over his head. Yeah, way overthrown over Roy Green. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, looking like perhaps a little Johnny play on that pass 4 where he tries to get a little angle pass there, but no angle pass and the receiver not open as well.
Interesting choice. Jack Del Rio on defense. Ron Wolfley.
Yeah, not a speedster. I was just looking up his stats. I can't imagine him having much rushing power. I think he's just taking them because of the fear of the position on those plays.
And he wants it all to Green. He's got him deep in stride. There's a tap and a missed dive and a touchdown. Tecmo Ninja.
I didn't see what Rico tapped, but I did see what Ninja tapped, and it was an 8.
Well, Rico never tapped. He was catching up to the drone.
Oh, okay. I was looking down at my laptop. I assumed it was a tap out, but I guess it doesn't matter if you were just running in against the drone.
If you two haven't figured it out, we're making fun of you. Tap faster.
Yeah, I always love that line.
Oh, it's not Stan Brock week. My goodness sake, inside the 5 from the 4. Oh, Zoe White. Borenzo White.
Look at him go.
50 out of bounds at the 40-yard line of the Cardinals. That run 4 is deadly right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Freddie Joe Nunn, Mr. Magic Destroyer.
Be careful here. He doesn't run out of time. He's in field goal range, so he's got a
covered catch.
Oh, there's a tap.
Call timeout. Oh, he picked a play.
Oh, he didn't have probably time for a timeout. That might have been really close, so he's just going to do another play and see if he can get in.
He's going to give it to the stud right up the middle. Gets the blocking, and Borenzo White in the end zone for a touchdown at the end of the half. Rico making a game out of this.
Yeah, and he's down. He was down by, it was 7-21, down by 2 scores. So trying to put the field goal doesn't do him a lot. I mean, he's not out of it completely, but much better shape with this touchdown here. So nice drive by Rico before the half.
Welcome to halftime. 21-14 your score. What did you see in that first half?
Well, I saw a turnover that gave the ball to Tecmo Ninja going up early, and he's still up because of that. Nice drive by Rico on the end there to make it a one-score game, but Tecmo Ninja still back in it, getting the ball first here. If he can get a drive here, he goes up by 2 scores, making Rico having an uphill battle.
Ball taken out to the 14. Tom Tupa is in bad, and somewhere Kevin Cabral is crying.
Jack Del Rio, we'll see if he keeps taking him. He is a
excellent
31.
Borenzo White, by the way. Sorry, I had to cut you off there.
Oh, no, that's definitely worth mentioning. Absolutely.
Oh, excellent. My Lord.
So what is it, 75? That's 2 more notches above 75.
So that's, 88 maximum speed?
Yeah, absolutely. And he picks a pass with an excellent, maybe one of those decoy plays where he's, for sure he's going to pick a run. Oh, no, they both pick a pass.
Oh,
there's a run.
Oh, he puts it on the ground. Oh, picked up by the boys. First down and 10.
He must have stepped out there.
Aikman's in good.
Well, we're getting a turnover.
He's got a good Borenzo White as well, so you're still looking at 81 maximum speed. That's, I believe, Jerry Rice territory.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, that is Jerry Rice territory.
I'll have to think of some sort of Rice hybrid player for next season.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, let's do it. I love these hacks here.
I'm going to run out of ideas pretty soon.
No, we got plenty of ideas. As long as someone keeps hacking these rounds, we got ideas.
Well, this one was easy enough with an editor, but much props to David Brew, a.k.a. Brewdog, and there's a touchdown for Rico. Wow, run 4 is the MVP play of the game, for sure, for both players.
Yeah, pretty.
Just going to
say, as we talk at the same time. Just going to say, he was untouched on that play. That's the only thing I wanted to say. So now your turn.
I was just giving thanks to Brewdog for creating the Cats in the Cage ROM for us. He did another one for me that I won't talk about at this point. Trying to find the right way to leverage it, and is certainly what. It's a really cool thing if we can make it work. I just have to figure out how to tie it into Tecmo puns.
Sure. You know what would be cool if you did like a Tiger King thing, kind of play it on that Netflix.
We did that already.
I know.
We were very opportunistic with that. So,
cool.
if to give a little 21-21 ball game here, a little history on this ROM. Originally, I was going to combine that modifier with this player. We have a crossfield, and then once Tiger King came out, I decided to just make it the themed with the cats in the cage. The ROM had already been designed for Borenzo White.
Okay.
And I was going to modify it from there, but
yeah. Going back to that interception, though, I think that was a mistap because he was covered that whole way. I think he was trying to go deep and launched it and intercepted. So now we're looking back. Rico gets 2 turnovers here. So he's +1 on the turnover ratio.
And Tommy Iggy in bad condition, doesn't matter. It's a touchdown. Rico just pouring it on after being down 2 scores early.
Yep, and he loves that play on the goal line where he's got that, assuming the running back that kicks out on top, pretends to sneak it in and throws it all the way across all those defenders and takes it in for the touchdown there.
28-21, Rico with a tremendous comeback. Can Tecmo Ninja respond?
Let's see here. I think he's got some juice in him. He's just got to not turn the ball over. If you can, if you have any tips for Tecmo Ninja, don't turn the ball over.
And tap faster.
Oh, man, he's in his head, too. Yeah.
And stop getting your plays picked.
Yeah, don't do that.
He's holding his controller out like this.
There is a play picking app. You can avoid that if you let the other guy pick first. All right, here he goes.
I always kind of joked about that. I didn't know that was a thing. And there's a player 2 insta drop that's guaranteed to lose you 1 game a week, 1 game per week. Oh my goodness!
Look at this. He played short on that. Good for Rico to
arrow trick. Roy Green wants it all. The comedian, and double covered and complete. So 4th and 13.
Usually a defender won't do that twice. They'll get you going short and pretending to be going long. They usually don't do it twice in a row. So maybe that would have been time to go short and get the first down, because now he needs a first down here to stay alive.
Well, it's Roy Green. Good coverage all the way down. Got to the JJ. Wow, taken down inside the 25. First down, Tecmo Ninja. 5 seconds remaining of Tecmo time in the third.
There we go. I love the Tecmo time. Yeah, he's going to his fastest receiver there. Green has a little bit of hands as well. I'm not sure what his stat is offhand, but I know he is the fastest receiver that you're looking for on Phoenix.
One of that diver, JJ didn't get it. Welcome to the fourth quarter, 28-21. Rico over Ninja right now. Let's see. Borenzo White is back into good, down from excellent condition.
Roy Green, 44 max speed, 56 receptions. However, he isn't bad.
And Jones isn't good right now, so he's up to 44 from 38.
There you go. So Roy Green's actually more of a 38-50, pretty average Joe receiver, which is the weakness of Phoenix. It's not easy to get JJs with Phoenix.
Pass four is the call. Got some stationary receivers. Oh, got the covered catch with White. He's up to 50 receptions right now, in good condition.
He just threw that ball too late, giving Rico a time to come back to that ball. He needed to throw that a little bit quicker.
Rosenbach taken down inside the field of play, has the first down, 12-yard line.
Perhaps Tecmo Ninja having a little bit of liquid courage in him, which does not always help you with Tecmo.
Well, it makes me play it without remorse. Second down and 6.
Yeah, I usually still have regret.
You feel like you're the best player ever when you do something good, and like, I was drunk. That's
usually my philosophy when I announce games.
Right? You'll never know if I'm sober or not when I'm doing these. Third down and 6.
Yeah, I'll drink my water to that. Drinking water tonight.
Sure, this is water.
Mm-hmm.
Rosenbach trying to force it in the redirect and is incomplete. Fourth down and 6.
Painful in that goal line. Had everyone open for the most part, but of course you got the field. It's so it's so short. That red zone's hard.
Fourth down and 6 in this situation. Is there any value to a field goal with 3:34 remaining?
I'm going to say no. Not as player 2. I mean, there's maybe some value, but you got to get yourself a defensive stop and still score as P2. I mean, so you could, but I mean, you're looking at probably kicking a short kick to try and save yourself some time and trying to stop him in a 3 and out. So I think you go for it.
Well, we turn it over on down, so
I mean, I think you kick the field goal.
Right. We're on tape delay here.
Well, let's see if we can stop
We're trying to time up the radio announcers because we don't want to listen to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Here comes White up the middle, round 4. Oh, guess what? Borenzo White's off to the races again. So I guess you don't go for the field goal the 40, 35. Wow, out of bounds, 31-yard line. And I'm really looking forward to see how many yards Borenzo White has rushing because I think he's over 150 on the day.
Probably.
Run
That's
3.
Another thing to keep in factors too is if you have a fast running back, is you pretty much have he has his whole playbook open, so it's really tough to get a 3 and out. So
curious that Lonnie Young is actually the guy that has the wheels here. Oh, White's in the open. This is going to be another touchdown. So the amount of points unanswered now for Rico is significant. Are we like 28 unanswered?
Yeah, he was down 21-7. So. That would be 28 unanswered. Nice work. You are on top of your game tonight, Troy. Nice work.
Wow,
Very nice.
wow. I'm married to an accountant, so I don't have to do math. She just tells me to stop spending money, and then I ignore her anyway. But here comes Ricky Prohl out of the end zone, and now 2 minutes remaining. Not sure how Tecmo Ninja is going to combat this. He does have the greatest fake player ever made.
Yeah, except he's got what is his receptions in this?
Well, in good condition, he'll be at 50.
Okay, well, there you should be putting him at definitely at wide receiver at some point. Then I would say now, since he's only got a minute and 30 seconds left.
Of Tecmo time. We did that in sync, man.
We did. Hey, I don't know if it was good or bad, but it was in sync. Bye.
This, oh man, it's gonna be my
Bye.
This is what the broadcast has devolved into. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Another dive miss. You know, he's got those timing down pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just excited about the Rockstar performance we got going on here.
We get copyright flag. We're just too good. Too much like the original.
Oh, he's got him open on top. He's going to the bottom.
So, obviously, this is overthrow. Tecmo Ninja drops a hard one here to Rico after being up, but late the game wasn't super in doubt, but the comeback by Rico absolutely worth getting the attention and just proving to any Tecmo player that they think they're out of a game that you're not. And there's the overthrow, and that's the end of your ball game. So Rico triumphant over Tecmo Ninja. Any closing thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I would agree with you that if when you get down in that first half, sometimes you think you're out of it, but and even especially too because Tecmo Ninja got the ball in the second half. So that was even a bigger deal. But he scored. Rico scored right before the half, kicked him off, and you just never know with Tecmo. You get a couple of turnovers like he did. Those weren't fumbles. I'm pretty sure those were 2 picks that he threw into. So that got him back into it, and you got yourself a 35-21 ball game. So it was still a fun one to watch.
219 on the ground for the Borenzo White for the Cowboys. So I don't think Emmett Smith would have had that kind of game in this matchup.
No.
Tim Rosenbach at only 31% still managed to get 236 through the air, so that's something. But, this was definitely an identity game.
Yeah, Roy Green with a good game, too, and bad. And a couple of long passes there with only 2 completions. But you got that JJ, and, it's hard to get that with Phoenix, as we talked about. But like I said, it was a fun game to watch, especially when you got 2 Borenzo Whites in there. So, nice game.
Normally play double for that kind of action, Cotton. Stay tuned. We'll be back with you with another game shortly. And we're back. Trojan 1979 here, Week 4, Borenzo White. I'm sorry to report to all of you that I have to bring Darth Rockman back into the booth. How you doing?
I've had a lot of coffee, so I'm wide awake.
Well, they can't see your face yet. We'll work on that. NYNY, the artist formerly known as Humiliation against Nelson 79. Borenzo White, if you haven't figured out yet, red stats of Bo, blue stats of Zoe, milky white complexion of Michael Jackson in the 90s. Hey, let's see your coffee face. It's late.
I don't know.
No, you're there. They can see your face now. Pittsburgh Steelers, Minnesota Vikings. Let's talk Tecmo.
All right, let's do it. Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Interesting matchup because the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course, have a great defense, but never had an offense. But you throw in Mr. White with some interesting stats, and all of a sudden the Pittsburgh Steelers have an offense. Woohoo! So I think the advantage still goes to Minnesota here. I think that their defense is still pretty darn good, and you also have like Chris Dolman in there who's going to blow up some people. So I think Minnesota still is the favorite team here, but it'll be an interesting matchup.
First down and 10. Decent return for Nelson 79, who should have the tap advantage without question in this.
Yeah, I think so. I think Nelson's a pretty good tapper from talking with him. Pretty consistent tapper as well, too. So.
And triple coverage, overthrow, that's not how you get it done. Cardinal Lake with the pick to the 31, first down NY.
Yeah, Lake there with 50 interceptions, so not a huge pick guy, but when you have a quarterback that doesn't have the greatest receptions, that can happen to you.
Here comes Borenzo White into the clear, and that's a touchdown for NY.
Well, not how Nelson wanted to start out here. This is probably the worst start you could imagine, other than an opening and kickoff return for a touchdown, but this is a pretty close second.
Well, we're early in the game, 7-0 here for NY. We'll see if Nelson 79 can reset.
Yeah, he's got a second try here. He's got Carter there in the backfield. Seeing how far he can get out of there. Looks like he's got a rough start at the 13, so.
Motion run play. This is a tapper's dream. Woodson's going to come across the formation. Called play. So that was run 1.
And when you don't like a particular play, you just keep picking it in. Hey, when you got...
You're not kidding. Holy shit.
Yeah, normally when you're playing against Bo Jackson, you pick a lot of run because especially if he's a tapper, you just have to do that. So at some point he's going to have to start getting that ball going, and I bet you he picked a pass on this one.
Well, the play picker app you talked about last time certainly is working 3 back-to-back pick plays.
He's got him open deep. He's got
Cross
a launch
field to Wilson, to Carter, and there's the interception for Woodson to the 40.
Yeah, of course, Woodson with 63 interceptions, and he's still going here.
Well, Nelson 79 really in the hole here, needs to slow down NY.
Humiliation, just his eyes are getting real big, like he's on coffee, and like you and I tonight. We'll see if our announcing's any better when we're alert.
I think I could be asleep and no one would know the difference. All right, top hash mark pro set. We do have the race bias with White in the game, replacing Merrill Hodge in the RB1 slot.
Keep your eye as we're waiting here on Chris Dolman. He is going to have 69 hitting power against a 44
overthrow pick there.
Against a 44 left guard. So he should be able to blow him up every now and then, but you have to watch him next time.
I just want to inform these players after they've played the game and as a Captain Hindsight moment, your quarterbacks are still shitty. Stop throwing into these excellent secondaries, taking down at the 20.
Right. Your quarterbacks are not good in either side, and your defense is really good. You got Browner at 69 interceptions, and you got Woodson with 63, and some linebackers with interceptions too. So, yeah, you can't throw into coverage in this matchup.
Nelson 79 with a first down run, and pass 3 is the call. Whiskey Wade Wilson, lots of room, and the pass is blocked.
That's one of the more painful things in Tecmo is you got everybody open. You're going to throw it for a quick check down. You think it's a safe play, but yet it gets knocked down for incompletion.
And nowhere to go there on the run, second down, so third down and 11. The drones are really doing good work here for NY.
Yeah, the Steelers are known to have good drones and some good speed, but Minnesota's got a good defense as well too. So this might be more of a defensive matchup than what we're going to imagine. But I have a feeling that we'll also have some running plays breaking out as well too. You have to when you have the 75 max speed of White.
So conditions not favoring Nelson 79 early. He's Chris Carter, not sure if he's going to make the field or not. It looks like he is, but a punt is coming for Nelson 79. Trails by 7 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, making some lineup changes to make sure you have a good punt in place.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. All right, taken down past the 15, first down, NY leading by 7 in the second quarter. And his turn, Bubby Brister in good.
Ooh, you got to leave Brister in. If he's in good, oof. That's like a combination of John Elway and Tolliver right there. Little hybrid. Not quite, but close enough.
Bobby Brister has more Super Bowl wins than Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Take that, Miami fans.
So do many other people.
Completion across field, stationary RB1 on pass 1, first down for NY.
Nice throw across the field, avoiding some blockers there. Not many people open on that play, but hit the right guy. And Brister didn't go throw it in the stands, so nice job, Brister.
Bubby getting it down with his legs, second down and 6. He's up to 19 maximum speed, so he's a scrambler now.
Yeah, and I think he's got 81 speed of his passing speed.
Keith Millard doesn't give a shit. Takes him down, third down and 9.
Yeah, Minnesota and Steelers both have a good linebacker 1, linebacker 2 in this game.
So important down here. Man, bro, how did Bo White get away from Browner? That's crazy. That was dead to rights.
Yeah, both fast players there, just sneaking through there.
Well, Brister going to play back in B game underneath the green. He's got him in stride. Eric Green, 10. 5, house call, touchdown. NY.
It looked like a back and B, like he was going to launch it up on top. Instead, he hits the receiver on the bottom, and just the defender couldn't get there fast enough, and he nails it for. He scored too quick on this one, but hey, at least he scored.
That would have been probably an interception if Strom was throwing that ball, but that good condition Brister getting it down. Here comes Carter out of his end zone.
It looks like we're going to see another back and be here. 2 minutes is plenty of time for the Minnesota Vikings to air it up.
Nelson has plenty of time to punt the ball back to NYNY.
Yeah, let's just change your lineup and then punt.
It's really by 14. Here comes Low White.
Oh,
or Bo White. So I screwed it up too. I keep crossing the names up. Borenzo White, second down here on 1. Really opens up what you want to do.
Yeah, I was still, I think when I played this, I didn't realize that his receptions were 50 in this, so you can use him as a receiver.
They're 44 in average. So.
Oh, gotcha.
But that's still better than most of the running backs.
Good. Oh, man, it's one of those things in your playbook. You want to try and get him out as a receiver as much as you can with that speed. Where's he going?
He wants Fenny underneath. Oh, and the deflection is there.
Yeah, it's another painful thing in Tecmo. You try and dunk it, and the defender goes back and knocks it down.
If you get that deep with the QB, I think you got to let it fly.
Yeah, right. I think that's sometimes you think he's going to just hit it, and it's so knocked down so many times by a short defender.
All right, so going for it all to Carter. Time ticket away here.
He's going for Carter, and he's got oh.
That just happened. Oh my God. Call play.
Little imitation, another play caller that we love so much. I just thought I'd give a little shout out there. You know who you are.
This is huge. If Nelson 79 gives up a call play here, NY could take points in the game on this.
Yeah. This is a gamble. We'll see what happens here. He's down by 14, so it's picked.
He has to let it go to Carter. He's got the cover and catch. Are you shitting me? Oh, but he runs out of time. Well, at least he avoids giving up points.
Yeah.
Man, that play picking app, download it from www.idon'tgiveashit.com/Tecmo.
It's on my site at cheetah-tecmo-rockman.com.
Is it on a Excel spreadsheet or like a Word document like Creed Bratton's
It's definitely
blog?
on Excel. It's on a Google sheet. So the only problem is it only works 1 out of the 8 times. That's the only thing with it. It works. It does work sometimes.
You know, Tim Warrior looked like he had a little bit of an angle to if he went to the bottom and decided to run into a pack of purple. But NY in command here.
I like that. Pack of purple.
That's what you get with coffee, I guess. Expands the brain cells. That's the best you get.
P squared. That's just what we'll refer to it as that. Pack of purple P squared.
I can't believe we haven't lost our jobs doing this yet.
Hey, I get paid either way. I get paid the same either way.
Exactly. Single back formation, top hash mark. Here's pass 1. Strom back in the game. And taken down by Chris Dolman. You called it up earlier, so he's on the prowl.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what conditions are. If they're both an average, Dolman will win and rush in 25% of the time just because of their hitting power matchup. Of course, conditions
call play
changing that. Called play will change that too.
Second worst linebacker in Tecmo, Scott Studwell, he's tied with the sack.
Yeah, there's a stat for you. 3rd and 21. Oh boy, what do you do here?
Oh, he wants Williams. He's going to the jump pick. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. And you're up 14-0, so that probably wasn't. Would have been wiser to punt that ball, and take some time off this clock. But you figure, you figure if you can throw a bomb and it's picked off, but in this case, it was picked off, but he's still at the 20, practically in the red zone.
So Borenzo White, not a lot of room. Second down and 10. Trailing by 14. Another call play, unbelievable. Nelson 79 just can't get any rhythm going.
That's one thing I've discovered. The draft leagues, they'll a lot of times they'll criticize me for not drafting a fast running back, and I'm like, well, when you can tap and you draft a running back, people just sit on run all the time, and you can't do it as much, and it opens up your passing game, is what I find. So it's a different strategy. Either way, it'll help you a little bit, but oftentimes I won't draft a running back in these draft leagues just because I don't want to have my plays picked all the time.
Well, 4th down and 16, another call play and turnover on downs. So, at that stage, being down, I know you're not down 2 touchdowns, but with a 4th and 16, do you completely forsake the field goal there?
There is some time left. I mean,
He's got he's got a fumble picked up by the Steelers, Tunch Ilk, and of course the fastest lineman, tied for the fastest lineman in the game, picks that up and makes it manageable here for the Steelers.
You could have kicked a field goal there. It's just like, boy, if you got Carter, sometimes you're just tempted to air it up to him. So
at this point, punting has been more effective than any other play for Nelson 79. It's been a rough day at the office.
Yeah, absolutely. But we'll see what happens here. As everyone's been turning the ball over. So 4th and 11, another turnover.
That was the fastest 3 plays I think I've ever seen.
We should change our lineup once again here,
so you can punt it.
Right.
I'll say that this game's moving along pretty quickly. It's not like watching the Riddler change his lineup for 5 minutes.
Man, long punt there. I don't know how many cycles that went through, but killed a lot of time on that. Here's our fast tapping. Staying in bounds. Of course, with that punt, he's got that fast return speed of Browner on that play, so perhaps why he's staying in a bounce there, trying to get a few more extra yards.
Future NFL MVP Rich Gannon in the game, which if little Tecmo trivia, I think he was eventually referred to as QB Vikings in the 16-bit versions of Tecmo Super Bowl.
Hey, another bit of information here. You're full of it today. And that's what your wife told me, too. You're full of it today.
It in full.
Yeah, look at this run. Squirming, going back and forth. Oh, my goodness.
Look at this barn burner, 4th quarter, 14-0 NYNY, nursing this lead against Nelson 79, who feels like he's getting a little bit of... Oh, we got excellent someone there.
Excellent someone. Ooh, that's going to be great.
Slow down, guys. Let us look at this stuff. All right.
It's one of those things you might want to consider. I have in TTL, the condition checker. Oh, look at this. Oh, man. Condition checker is banned in TTL as well, but on replays, I have lowered the condition checker up just to see what's going on in the game. It's just a thought.
Thoughts and prayers.
That's a good thought.
Thoughts and prayers.
I have lots of thoughts. I never said anything.
Oh, there's a touchdown. It's AC time. Nelson 79 finally gets something going. And narrows the lead here by one score. So 14-7, NY over Nelson 79. True story. I've never made the condition checker work on my computer.
It isn't that hard. You just have to do the jar file, the Java. Link it to Java, and you're good.
Yeah, I failed miserably in my attempt. We'll have to circle back on that, but
yeah, I'll help you someday if you really want to do it. So. It's nice on some of the rebroadcasts. You can kind of, if I said that right, rebroadcast. you can see what's going on as far as the conditions. They go so fast, like you say. It's like you can't always see what's going on. So it gives the viewers an additional experience will get you up to 60 viewers.
I feel personally attacked. Seriously, like what? There's tens of thousands of people following the social media accounts named Tecmo Super Bowl, and I'm sure they're not all bots. So there's got to be people out there that would care about this if they knew we existed. Anyway,
I think you're right about that.
I'm really trying to be famous here, everyone. Oh, there's a bump, and here comes Borenzo wide into the clear, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And taken down. Why didn't you get out of bounds? 1st and 10.
Yeah, I should have got out of bounds on that one. I think he probably was trying to take it to the house. So I get burned by that too. You think you're going to get a few more yards, and didn't get out.
Yeah, the fact that he couldn't out zigzag with the equivalents of Bo Jackson mobility-wise is a bit puzzling. But and there's a drone sack. Chris Dolman getting after it.
There he is.
Should call you Nostradamus. Nostradarth Rockman.
Yeah, now we're playing all the cards here today. Well, Levi needs a stop here now. Let's see what he can do. He's got him backed up here, 3rd and 12. This is good.
And to me, this is where the field goal may have helped in case NY decides to go for one.
Yep. Now, a little bit different game. You kick a field goal, and you got to kick it off again, and so you lose a ton of time on that clock. So, but here it's looking like it worked out pretty well for him.
So 4th down and 12.
Steeler, he could make a field goal from here with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You would have, I think, Merriweather coming in on you pretty hard. And the arrow doesn't move very fast for Anderson.
Yeah, that's true. But if he gets it, he locks the game, and instead now he's got to worry about a JJ threat. Of course, he ties it up, too.
I mean, he held him scoreless to the 4th quarter, so there is that.
Yeah, you got Woodson back there, too. So, you got to love I'm going to do it back in B. But, oh, no, wait, run 3. I called it on you.
NY seems to really be in the head of his opponent today.
Yeah.
He's probably learned. Jeez Louise, look at it. Man.
Yeah, he's got the play picking app for sure, so.
Stop looking at his controller. 3rd down and 13. They must have played this game on Zoom and he had it like a reflection in the mirror or something going on.
No, he just streams it like me. You put your controller right in your stream, you can just watch it and see what it was.
And there's a doinker, 4th down and 13. Nelson said, "I still has a chance, like he did at the."
I think in this situation, you want to go for it.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Holy shit, it's not called.
Oh. Yeah, all right, here we go. It looked like everybody was open here, so not sure he's getting lucky on that.
Last play of regulation, no doubt, or the game.
So,
he's got the JJ, he's got the taps, and he's got the tutty. He just did the Heisman pose, and he's not even a Heisman Trophy winner. Anthony Carter with the touchdown. We're going to have overtime, most likely, assuming the extra point here.
Yeah, right. Time is out, so look at that. That field goal would have been real nice right about now.
So you've got a bunch of bullshit and 2 long bombs to Carter, and you're in overtime with a chance to win this game.
Oh, another uphill battle for Levi here. So, humiliation. Ball is in your court. You got Mr. White. And let's see what you can do with it. It's your game to lose at this point.
It's the artist formerly known as Humiliation. Let's get it right. It's NYNY. He's triggered. He went through a transformation.
Well, I got a game with him this week, and so he sends me a message. Hey, when do you want to play a game? And I'm like, I don't know who this is. I'm looking through all our messages, and now I finally figured it out. So I'm on to you, Humiliation, NYNY.
Maybe people take you less serious when they think you're someone else. 2nd down and 5 for NYNY. Okay, now we're in overtime, folks. Let's lock it down. All right, it's pass 1. Rick Strom dancing around.
Everybody open.
Crossfield has got Eric Green, who drops the ball. 3rd down and 5.
Oh, so painful when you got an open guy there. But, he's got Strom, not the best pass control. A tight end doesn't always have the best pass control.
Oh, here goes White. 40.
Look at him go.
Zigging, zagging, 50.
He might
40.
Be gone.
30. 20. Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. 1st down, NY Nelson 79. Got knocked down, and a huge gain. And now in striking distance with a field goal attempt if he wants it. Here's the run 3. And there's a chop block on this. And he breaks the tackle. He's in the end zone. Touchdown ball game. NY. That'll do it.
That is your game. So nice. He's going to be the MVP. I think you called it earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe that was the other game. Who knows? But when you got a guy like that, 174 yards for Pittsburgh. Did not work the same for Levi with 27 yards, even though he ran it more times. But I got to say, he probably had his plays picked way more on his side. Was forced to try and throw it up and see what he can do with it. But a game that, so many 4th down, back and forth that way. I mean, it wasn't sure who was going to win it. Levi was behind the ball, went to overtime. So wow, what a great game. That was great. Bobby Brister, 100% completions.
All 3 times he threw the pass. I don't know.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing.
Well, Nelson 79, credit to him at least finding a way to force overtime. when you have that many called plays, getting any sort of rhythm against arguably the best defense in the game with Pittsburgh, even with Borenzo White, it just really limits what you can do, especially as player 2. You layer that factor in, your quarterback isn't bad, your main quarterback. Rough day at the office. But NY not taking anything away from his performance, comes out with a victory 20-14. So thanks, Darth Rockman. Everyone will have one more game for you. Stay tuned.
Ready, down, put.
Thanks for not running me over.
You mean again?
Just take it to the house.
And we're back, Tecmo Super Bowl fans. Trojan 1979 here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. It's week 4, Borenzo White. All running back ones have been replaced with Borenzo White, who has the red stats of Bo Jackson, the blue stats of Lorenzo White, and the milky white complexion of Michael Jackson in the 1990s. Welcome back to channel creator and founder, Tom Stanky, the Retro Sports Gamer. How's it going?
It's going fantastic. Borenzo White is featured in every matchup. The Shield Icon Boxing Club. There's going to be no defense in this game because we got a Browns-Packers coming up for you.
You like to think so. Both these players are pretty good, and I have to double-check on the Icon Boxing Club, but I know the Shield has not only come into this game undefeated in this tournament, but hasn't lost going back sometime during his, I want to say it was like his 8th straight victory, dating back to the Thunderdome for online Tecmo for tournament consideration. So he's on a roll. He also won the Tecmo Cleveland tournament back in November. So he's been on a roll. Icon Boxing Club is a newer name, at least to the GBLAN circle. This is his first tournament with us, and he's been rolling through the competition as well. So exciting game here, Browns-Packers, and as we isolate, so Mac is going to be replaced, not Eric Metcalf, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't think that's a huge factor in this one because they're just both super slow, and Borenzo's got that 75 max speed. But I just wanted to add on to what you're saying about the players as we start this game. Shield's a very efficient player, and he's proven that he could turn it on when it matters as we got a big run right here. Icon Boxing Club's a tapper and a runner, so he should be good in this matchup. As the Shield is just carving up the field, the 30,
to the 18-yard line and out of bounds, first down and 10. He had that blocker just trained on Icon Boxing Club's manned defender. Now going with Bob Nelson. Here comes QB Browns. QB Browns underneath the Borenzo White tap off, and looks like Shield's one notch below Icon Boxing on that one. Don't know if that's consistently that way. Second down and 3. Called play. Fumble. Picked up scoop here. Bob Nelson.
Wow. These are the kind of defensive plays are going to need to happen in this matchup. There's not going to be a whole lot of defense for Borenzo, but Borenzo, he doesn't have good ball control. Is that right, Troy?
Yes. So he has then in average condition 19 ball control. So it's about a 1 in 7 chance to put it on the ground once you get tackled.
And we just saw it there. As we got some more Borenzo on the other side. Who called this matchup? The Shield?
Correct.
Yeah, he went for let's not play defense at all. Because it's going to be tough for either of these teams to stop the run game or the passing game with their
and we got a touchdown here for Icon Boxing Club on that run one. Just no chance the Shield was being run right against with midfield.
Yeah, and I played Icon Boxing Club for the first time the few nights ago, and he can really run the ball and tap. So I'm looking forward to see if he's going to continue that punishment like he just did there. But knowing the Shield, I expect him to respond fast.
7-0 Icon Boxing Club over the Shield. Now, Ozzie Newsome out of the end zone. I believe he's in the Hall of Fame to the 15, to the 20. Normally you'd have Kevin Mack in this situation. He's not available in this game now to the 39-yard line and out of bounds. First and 10 for the Shield.
But Newsom doing a good job. I mean, gets it all the way out there. That's based off the right tackle.
I mean, it's no Stan Brock's cooking, Ron, but here comes QB Browns. Yes. Second down to 5, bottom hash mark, single back formation. Borenzo White takes the pitch to the top. Has the marker, gets a juke, and has more. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. First and 10 from inside the red zone at the 19.
Yeah, both players, they could pretty much do whatever they want. Just hoping that plays don't get called, and they should be all right. Oh, wow.
The rare drop, stationary drop, Newsom. That really should be just about automatic coming from QB Browns. That's that formula that just says, no matter what you are, you're dropping the ball. Auto dive. Here comes Slaughter to the house. Touchdown. Shield.
You went back to the same plays. Like, there's no way. Well, actually, it wasn't the same play because Slaughter was there. But you know what I'm saying. The short receivers, no way Slaughter's dropping that after Newsom looked like he had a big game but couldn't catch it. So
yeah, that's 75 pass control and I want to say 69 receptions pairing up there for a touchdown.
Yeah, 63 for Slaughter in average, and Newsom's is pretty low. I think it is like a 38 or something.
Sounds
so
about right.
I could see it, but yeah, still with the pass control of Browns, QB Browns, you would think that would be a completion. So only 7-7. The Shield had that big drive to start the game, but then fumbled, and Icon Boxing Club responded quickly. Shield came right back. 7-7 is where we're at right now.
First and 10 for Icon Boxing Club. Icon from the top, hash mark. Run 1. This is how he scored last time.
Running right at him. Yeah, it's going to be tough to stop.
Got a cavalcade of blockers. Here he goes, zigging, zagging. And out of bounds to the 50. Did not want to get tackled in bounds. First and 10.
It's going to be tough to stop that when he's manning Johnson, when they're running right at him.
Midfield across the formation to White, out of bounds, 2nd and 5.
Just a little too fast for his own good. Couldn't walk the tightrope and went out of bounds a little premature there.
Johnson on defense, just not the right guy against run 1. The problem is you just don't have enough speed if there's a cutback. First and 10 for Icon Boxing Club.
I'm guessing he's using Johnson because he thinks he's going with the run 4. And he keeps going back to it. He's like, look, if you're going to use Johnson, I'm going to punish you.
And he's going to get another touchdown with Borenzo, White Icon Boxing Club, just punishing the Shield with run 1. And we'll see how the Shield adjusts to that on future possessions. It's 13-7.
Well, there's really not much he can do, to be honest. I'm thinking about who he has on defense. If he goes Blaylock, he's not going to catch him. If he goes the top corner, he's definitely not going to catch him either. So I kind of see why he's going Johnson, but yeah, there's nothing he could do really unless he calls that play.
And Newsom taken down before the 10. Condition check time for the Shield. Brent Fullwood, who coincidentally used to be a Green Bay Packer on the Browns roster and doesn't really do much for him anyway. First and 10 for the Shield.
And so far, Borenzo's been the star pretty much on both sides.
Got a call play.
This is dangerous.
The Shield tried to run back a little bit to see he could get out of bounds. It didn't work out. Loses 6, 2nd and 16.
Yeah, that play, if it's guessed, you just go right up against the line and you lose maybe 2 yards or get a gain even.
Deflected past the Shield. All options were covered. Was going to go for that back and B. Now 3rd down and 16. Risky on the goal line going with run 3, but here he goes. Zigging, zagging a blocker. Taken down 4th and 8. And down 7. There's no defense in this game. The Shield's going for it.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's one of those gutsy calls, but yeah, considering the defense, he's got it covered pretty well here.
He's going to Slaughter. It's really his only option. And he's got the covered catch in stride. Taken down to the 31-yard line, 1st down. Huge break for the Shield. But when you have to have it, you go to your studs, and that's what happens against a poor Packer secondary.
Yeah, you got to be frustrated if you're Icon Boxing Club. He defended it perfectly. He had 2 defenders back there, and it still was not enough. Covered catch.
Pass 1 wide open. Here comes QB Browns out of bounds. 2nd and 2. does not want to give Icon Boxing Club any time to respond here.
Yeah, and he's a guy who does manage the clock very well, so I won't be surprised if he tries to milk this to get a touchdown right as time expires.
Pass 2 is the call. QB Browns just going to keep it on the ground. Gets out of bounds. First down. 1:23 Tecmo time.
His goal is to get it to about 20 Tecmo seconds with the score, because then you're definitely not getting a kickoff return or a play. A playoff. That's what I meant.
Jerry Holmes on defense, pass to the call. QB Browns with some options, keeps it on the ground. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get out of bounds now. First and goal, 54 seconds of Tecmo time.
54 seconds. QB Browns under center. Here we got Bobby Nelson trying to do it. He's looking fast. Huge sack by Bob Nelson.
Didn't want to force it, takes the sack, and more time is taken away. Actually has a little more room to operate here for a potential JJ.
You're right.
Wants the back of the end zone. He's got news. He's got a touchdown. Shield.
That was sweet. That is a play where he could have went for that timed JJ to the top receiver, but kind of looks like he's going to scramble and just throws one in there on an angle real quick before he gets to the back of the end zone. Very nice play by the Shield.
14-14, all tied up here. 27 seconds Tecmo time. I don't know if Alex is going to have time to get out of bounds here, but
he'll have time.
So one heave to the end zone. I don't know if the Shield will rush this. He may try to popcorn. But both the QBs here are mobile and can avoid defenders and buy time.
And guess who we got that we haven't seen any action from? Sterling Sharp.
He's always open. Interesting, he hasn't changed. Icon Box Club has not changed to put Lorenzo White in a wide receiver position for this play. Really, him and Sharp are the only two players that have a chance of getting down the field.
You might have spoke too soon. He realizes that, and he's going to put him in at tight end, which may give him a play or two with him going deep. So smart substitution right there. We'll see if you get a big throw off.
Probably pass one here. Okay, so... And he's going to be going to Sharp here.
Yep. Oh, almost a safety.
Lets it fly. And he's got the JJ in the end zone with just a second or so to start there. The time management matters, and we just saw why. So touchdown to Icon Boxing Club, and that's got to be frustrating. The Shield has put together a really nice drive there at the end of the half, and just to see that evaporate with that Sterling Sharp touchdown. It's 21-14. Welcome to halftime. Your thoughts on that first half?
Well, like I predicted, there was going to be no defense, and it's 21-14 at halftime. That last play was just great by Icon Boxing Club. He bought enough time, and he threw it to the right receiver. That's why you see guys blitz a lot on those last plays, because, there's really nothing you could do when they buy that much time.
And if the tapping situation were different, you might have seen that. The issue is with the Browns, who do you rush in with?
You could rush in with Johnson. He's got a 50 max speed. Get right in there. That's who I would go with.
So it looks like Magic Man's in bad. That may help Shield's cause, just because as player 2, you might start to see some errant throws. I've experienced that. You get a bad QB, and all of a sudden those throws just are not on target.
I don't think it's going to matter. He's going to keep pounding the rock to Borenzo, the feature of this week.
Here's the run to the top. Run 3 out of, taken down inbound, second down and 1.
And that's one of the most powerful run plays in the game. If you're not running the run 3 sweep down, this is your second best option in that play slot.
Oh, you don't want to go with the reverse first down and 10 for Icon Boxing Club. Call
The
play.
reverse.
And it don't matter. Here goes Bo White.
Yeah, those drones just too slow. Doesn't matter that they're juice trying to blitz there. Borenzo finds his way for 8 yards easily.
Oh, here he goes again. 45. Taking down to the 42-yard line. First down, Icon Boxing Club. Just racking up the yards after contact.
And here he's... Ooh.
It's a call play. It's almost not a penalty. I mean, the amount of damage he's doing on these plays is crazy. Right up the middle, here's that run 4. Straight through. Oh, boy. It looked like he might have had a house call there. 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting him to get tackled by that defender, but that was a touchdown-saving tackle. Magic Man scrambles outside for a few.
That was really important for Icon Boxing Club just to hold on here, extend the drive, and now this is run 1. At least Gash is coming across the formation. Oh, doesn't matter. To the house. Icon Boxing Club, that is by far the most effective play for him today. And Borenzo White has another touchdown.
Yeah, and I knew he could run, so seeing him with Borenzo White, he is just carving it up. I'm excited to see what the Shield's going to do in response. He's not going down without a fight. We've seen good kick returns from Newsom already. We'll see if he could pull off another one here.
All right, breaks the tackle 15, 20. Down 2 scores here. The Shield needs to get... He's got a good Borenzo White. That'll help the cause a little bit.
2 scores in this kind of matchup is not really that big of a deficit. He could score at will quickly on this drive, and that's what I expect to happen.
There's the auto drive redirect, and the redirects, because of the rushing power in good condition, are really helping the Shield there, getting near the 50, now at the 45-yard line. Underneath here to the tight end, Eric Metcalf. Down to the 39, first down, the Shield.
You bring up auto dive. That's a skill that's underrated. Throwing passes in there to get your defender to auto dive so you get some extra yards. The Shield is really good at that.
Really good turnaround juke. They're out of bounds 12 seconds of Tecmo time here in the third. Looking to get some points on the board here. If he can score before the end of the quarter, he can't, but he does have the first down, taking out the 12. 14-28, the Shield trailing Icon Boxing Club.
Just wants to score before the 4-minute mark, if he can.
He had Newsom on that route earlier. No go that time, 2nd down and 10.
A little bit risky there. I know he's not a premium interception defender, but it definitely wasn't there.
And he's got the underneath to White. The throw was forced. And a touchdown for the Shield to Borenzo White. It's 20-28.
He did what he had to do. He scored quick. And now we'll see if the Browns can get a defensive stop. Do you consider kicking onside here, Troy?
Yes.
I would think so. And he does.
There's little reason to think you can stop. I mean, even if you hold him to, 3 plays and a field goal, you can start chucking it yourself.
Yeah, and he really hasn't stopped them yet. So that was the right call going for the onside. That's why I brought it up. I'm like, I think you might need to onside this one just to see if you can get it back.
No, I am not a strong player, but what I've seen here, I think run 1 has to be taken away the remainder of the game.
Yeah, he's been killing him with it. He's still not calling it right now, at least. But he's switched to Gash at least, so he's limiting the amount of yardage, but he hasn't been able to. There you go. Now you're right. He had to call it. He's like, got to take that play away.
And so now the whole matter, if you call that run 1, run 4 doesn't have a lot of running room either, and now he goes to run 3. So back-to-back call plays, and while he did gain a little bit there, you kind of need the luck there to have it shot. So with Mikowski in bad condition, if he were to go and try to call a pass play and overthrow something, there's an opportunity for an interception there as player 2. And well, back to back called plays. That's what you needed as a shield, and now decision time. Field goal attempt incoming.
I mean, that's pretty much the way he had to stop him. He called all 3 of his plays in a row. I didn't see him happen any other way.
This might be low.
It's
off. It's wide left. So just a bit outside. 1st and 10. The Shield with an opportunity here to tie the game.
The Shield got in Icon Boxing Club's head with the play calling, called all 3 plays in a row, and now he has a chance to tie it. With the amount of time he has and where he's at on the field, it's bound to happen.
Leroy Horde in good condition. Does anyone care? Call play here. 2nd down, 14.
I certainly don't. I don't think it's a factor.
I think he's a decent player in future versions for the Vikings. Here comes QB Browns, out of bounds. 3rd down and 6 makes this manageable.
And like we talked about earlier, he's going to play time management on this drive. He's not trying to score.
Well, he has to chuck it here just because of where coverage is at. And he's got the completion inside the 1. So this is good and bad if you're the Shield. Obviously, you want the touchdown, but you do not want to give the ball back to Icon Boxing Club whatsoever. We saw he could score in 1 play.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going. Yeah, he's just wasting a little bit of time.
Yeah, he's giving up the touchdown. Wow, this is remarkable. Unbelievable. This is incredible Tecmo.
Yeah, he did. He didn't drain enough clock, knowing that Borenzo is a fumbler. I don't know if I would have done that, but it worked out. He did drain a little bit of clock and still scored the touchdown.
That was the coolest thing we saw in this game.
Yeah, you don't see that. Like, he's just hovering around the line of scrimmage, like in the goal line. It's like I don't need to score yet, but he eventually punches it in. But considering how the first half ended with that bomb to Sterling Sharp, I mean, there's plenty of time for Icon Boxing Club to do whatever he wants. Well, not really. 38 seconds. I take that back. He's gonna have to take a shot. I thought there was more time, but I guess not. My time management as a commentator is obviously off right now in the 4th quarter.
That's all right. So interesting here. White still in at running back. So that at least keeps the Shield on his toes from play calling standpoint.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Up the middle here.
Just going for some yardage. Let's see a tap off. Come on.
This is huge. He's already in field goal range for Jerry Korick, 1st down, and for Chris Jackie, rather. And on 1 run up the middle, that is absolutely insane.
He's going to try to run and get out of bounds and kick a field goal, but he wants to get some yards before he does it.
4, 3, 2. Oh, my gosh, out of bounds with 1 second left. Here's a chance for Icon Boxing Club to take it all. He missed the field goal before. So if he can get a rush on it here.
Going play lock.
It's got the arrow. It looks good. It is not blocked. It is good as time expires. 31-28. Icon Boxing Club hands the Shield his first loss of this tournament. And let's just look at these numbers. My goodness.
Oh, my God. Borenzo White on both sides of the ball. I mean, that's over 400 yards total for Borenzo on both sides. The quarterbacks played awesome. Not as much yardage on the Packers side besides that 1 bomb. Icon Boxing Club just basically ran most of the game where the Shield mixed it up. But Icon Boxing Club, he really just played a perfect game. I mean, he's a really good player to beat the Shield like that. He didn't even really make a mistake. He called all 3 of those plays to put himself in that position, the Shield did. And he still pulled it out. So, awesome game.
Unbelievable. Great comeback there with the Shield, but just too much time left. Icon Boxing Club getting it done here with Borenzo White. So, like to thank Tom for calling this game with me. I'd like to thank all of the broadcasters that have contributed this week and all the prior weeks. I'd like to thank all of you viewers. Just a reminder, always appreciate if you like and subscribe to the channel. Share out with other people that you think would enjoy watching Tecmo, and we'll have to look back and see if we hit that 60 viewer count. We'd love to give away the Gamers Tech console. So thanks for all the support this week. And next week, the last broadcast of the regular season, do you smell what Stan Brock is cooking? Every right tackle is replaced with Stan Brock, which will increase the speed of the returners in the kickoff game. And, of course, will improve the blocking of all the teams that aren't named the Saints, because that's normally where he's positioned. So, for the Retro Sports Gamer, this is Troy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Stay tuned for the scores.